Right. This thing sounds like a whole process. Right. No, I got you. Isn't it always the whole thing? Wait, is the story really that sad? No, Kadaka doesn't hate his audience. He just really likes to fuck with people. Got it. Android bondage waifu. Perfect. What? Yeah. Why do I always do this? I'm like, oh, we're gonna need a freaking hatchery, and I fucking put the
Yeah,
things up
yeah.
before I have the
I
hatchery.
wasn't muted.
That's
It's just that my mic
stupid.
settings were on the wrong settings. It was on the wrong setting. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh
You were
yeah,
muted. Good
yeah.
job.
I was in the wrong setting. Anyways, where was I? Oh yes, I was saying that Yoko Taro.
Well,
Before the whole time it was muted. To get in context, I was telling this man that Yoko Taro is a sadist, and unlike Kodaka, who likes to troll, Yoko Taro is like, how can I make my fan base depressed? Got it. And then proceeds to make your favorite characters get put in a meat grinder because he thinks it's funny.
I mean, it's fucking
I
hilarious. Why do
think
you think Kodaka does it all the time? The bastard
I
killed
just
off
think uh, I think he just
Gundam, and
writes
I'm still
realistic
pissed about it.
characters. And hey, guess what? Realistic characters in an apocalypse are going to go insane. Hey, guess what? Shinji's a well-written character as much as you hate him because he's a fucking fuck ass high school student who got
Oh
put
no, I'm
into a
not
mecha
saying
and was
that.
supposed to save the world, but shit ass.
I'm just saying that he really loves to make it the world.
I don't think he.
I like. I, no, I.
Wait, what
the reason-
about Mecha?
Oh, it's talking about Evangelion. How much, even though you might hate Shinji, he's
God,
realistically
I need
written.
to watch
Yeah.
Evangelion. I never really gotten Evangelion.
Yeah. I didn't either, but I understand the themes and I get that it's a masterpiece of storytelling if you minus some of the movies.
Yeah, the reason
And
I bring up Nier, and also the reason I'm playing it is because I'm not gonna lie, the excuse was I wanted to do Drakengard 3, but I didn't download it and I forgot to, and I'm like, you know what, I'll do Nier. I have that game already installed anyways, and if I wanted to download Drakengard 3 before I started
were you
streaming,
gonna
it would take 2 hours.
were you gonna look up a guide on to get the Nier ending, the one that leads into Nier, or are you just gonna get the normal ending?
Probably gonna do the ending that gets into Nier, but yeah, essentially, oh yeah, another thing with Yoko Taro is that he loves to see everyone depressed, and even though it's like, yeah, realistically written, It's not the fact it's depressing because they're realistically written. It's depressing because of the fact he knows exactly what scenarios to do to make you depressed and know that you can't do nothing about it. Because that's the thing with him.
Dude, I
He likes to make scenarios where there's almost little to no hope for the most part, and he sticks with it for almost the entire plot line. For example, Drakengard 3. Everyone in that, at least in my knowledge, in that game is a shitty person. All of them are shitty. Even the
Dude, I
people,
started crying at a
Yeah.
sentence of a bookworm last night
even
because I
the
love shoujos that get unbelievably dark and it doesn't tell you about it and you're not expecting it.
like
And I'm like,
even
wow, that got fucking dark.
like even the people that got tortured by the main villains are shitty people. For example, Dim, he hates Five because Five, diddled him a lot, and he was like, yeah, I hate this bitch, fuck him. And then and at the same time, also, yes, I love to murder.
Did I hear you right? Five diddled him a lot?
Yeah. And I kid you not, this is
Yeah.
a real dialogue. I'm gonna have to mute myself because YouTube. Um, yeah, Drakengard 3 is fucked up. And if I were to try Drakengard 3,
Yeah, that's all his game.
oh yeah, it's all his games, I know. But
Nier is the least like it.
you know what's funny
Because
is
Nier is very
yeah, it's
Nier
grounded.
Gestalt / Replicant is very. There's only 1 to 3 sad scenes in the game, and most of the sad scenes are you have to hit Route B, because in Route B you start playing as Kaine.
Yeah, the
Are you
reason.
playing Nier Automata?
Yeah, Nier Automata. Yeah, like the reason.
Well, not technically. You technically aren't playing as Kaine, but you experience the world through Kaine's point of view.
Yeah, like the reason. I said Yoko Taro is a weirdo as well. He's also a weirdo because, like I said, ironically enough, he plays it straight for the most part. He very rarely gets super goofy. And it's Drakengard 3. Drakengard 3 is an anime. It might as well be an anime because it's just a lot of anime isms in there. From what I saw. Not only that, Drakengard has the DMC problem where it has too many material to do homework on, and I'm like, I hate that.
It's so the thing with Drakengard and all of these games and Yoko Taro is he is the straight man to his own video game, because your characters treat the game deathly serious, and the world is deathly serious, and you have to take everything at face value. It's very thought-provoking kind of games. Yet the world itself is fairly goofy in itself, because it's amusement parks and magicians and singing and dancing and a talking book.
Thing. It's a whole thing.
And it's a very good dichotomy between it. And Drakengard is the Funger 1 of the franchise, and then Funger 2 is Nier, because the first 3 Drakengard games are edgy for edgy's sake, I feel.
Yeah, I was
Yes, they have
that.
plot relevance, yes, whatever. But they're edge.
Oh, they are edgy.
They are edge because he's edge. Then Nier happens, and he tones down on the edge and goes for a more grounded, in this still fucked up weird world. Because it's like, hey, this is a serious story, but also the disease is turning people into salt, and also
I was also.
I don't know. He likes to vary also on the same themes every single game of nihilism. Every single game is nihilism. He's just a nihilistic person underneath his self-insert Emil mask. Because I think Emil is probably supposed to be him. because Emil is also like, aside from the lady with the briefcase,
Yeah.
Emil is a constant throughout the franchise when he gets introduced, because he shows up and then he exists across all time
Yeah.
after he's introduced and gets his powers.
Yeah, Emil feels weird. It feels like he should be Yoko Taro's self-insert, but at the same time, I feel like it's also a commentary on Yoko Taro himself, because that's something I do as well. The reason I say that's because that's something I do, where obviously when you're writing something, you put your own beliefs in there, but if you're humble enough, you also
Oh,
put
you
stuff
always
that
get
challenges your
humble enough.
beliefs and shows like that they're good and bad, and it just shows like the basically, yeah, here is your beliefs and the goods and the bads about it. For example, nihilism doesn't mean like as bad as you think it is. Yeah, it means nothing matters, but there are two ways to look at it. There's nothing matters, everything sucks, and nothing matters, I'm gonna make something matter. If you get what I
And
mean.
then you have both of those, and both of those are Kaine and 9S. Kaine is nihilism, let's make something matter, and 9S is nothing matters, everything sucks, I'm going to kill myself and then you. I'm going to explode this world for what happened to my partner.
That I totally did not want to bone. Totally. Even though totally not Noctis called him out on it. Or was it his brother?
Totally not Noctis.
It's Ray Chase. Ray Chase's
guys, it's
actor
totally
is
not
one
Noctis.
of the characters.
I would call it true love, because it's one of those things where, spoilers for the first half hour of Nier and a few other things, but 9S always protects 2B's safety over his own, and every single time he gets his memory wiped, he still falls back in love with her. So it's a true love thing. It isn't gotta pork that robot. It's no, he cares for her
Yeah,
and wants the best for her.
Oh yeah, he genuinely loves her. But there's also like, it's also the fact
That's
that I
why
feel like that line is
that's
just
why
Yoko
that's a
Taro.
peeve I have.
There's also the feeling I
That's
also
a
have
pet peeve I have with people that are being like, I totally want to bone that thing. Entirely separates the love and passion.
Oh yeah,
from
there is love in there. Also,
nothing.
it's
Even
also
though
the
you're doing-
fact that
even though you're doing it for jokes, but it isn't just about boning.
yeah.
Also, they don't have reproductive parts, so there is no boning. They have titties for some reason, but like, they're all atom. They're all smooth as a board.
Like the reason I look at
They're
that
robots.
because also I think it's also the fact that that line, at least in my opinion, feels like Yoko Taro calling out his own audience, because he knew what he did with 2B. He says it himself. He knew exactly why he designed 2B the way he did, and he lets the whole world know exactly why. And that whole line with "oh, you wanna like," and it, you know, you wanna fuck her. It's like, yeah, I think it's not just calling out 9S, it's just calling out everyone here, because it's like, oh, you don't actually. It calls out 9S for a multitude of different reasons, and then it calls out the player for, do you actually care about 2B, or do you just find her hot? Like, did you actually pay attention to her story? Or did you just look at
That's
her
why
and mess
ending-
around a lot?
And that's why people who care about 2B and 9S's romance, you stop after ending A, where 9S gets put into a rando droid and gets to live on, and 2B gets to hang out and chill, and they live out as 9S as a little. What did they put 9S in again? Was it one of the industrial robots, or was it one of the little hot guys? I forget.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna start the game before we dilly-dally any further. But yeah, like, I don't know how to feel about Nier. It's like, there is a part of Nier that I want to get into, because like I said, I got Nier Replicant now. I don't have Nier Gestalt, which unfortunately did not get remastered. I feel like we're gonna get a remaster at some point, because it's Gestalt. It's literally two different versions of the same game.
Not really. The new game mashes both of the games together.
Oh.
Papa Nier is in Nier Replicant as your dad, I'm pretty sure. They changed the story. They're both canon at the same time. It's just that after the flashback at the beginning of the game in the office where you're getting Yona cookies, while people are turning into salt before your eyes, and you see the corpse of the guy from Drakengard 3 that is causing the disease.
Yeah.
Because the reason why Drakengard goes into Nier, by the way, GP, if you didn't know, spoilers, I guess. The corpse of the Drakengard 3 protagonist is the equivalent of a smallpox blanket that covers the entire United States that falls into the world. Not the entire United States, more like an entire state.
So
And it just-
essentially,
he brings
Zero
the
caused
team-
everything.
Yeah. His body falls
Her
in,
body
and he's a
falls.
giant amongst them, and yeah, her. I haven't played Drakengard 3 in like fucking I played all those games back to back in like the late PS2, early mid PS3 era, and because those games play bad, in my opinion.
Oh, they all do.
I beat them
Three
once,
is the only
play
game.
their rough.
3 is the only one that plays decently. All Drakengard games play like ass. The reason you only play them for the
And then I
plot,
got
and
Nier.
even then, the first 2 games' plots are iffy.
I also only got one of the endings for each of the games, and then looked up what ending goes into Nier. Because hey, the canon slash I mean, all endings are canon. The girl with the briefcase says so.
Which
I don't know her name.
they
I'm not sure if she
reference
even
in the
has a
anime,
name.
by the way.
She's just the girl with the briefcase.
Although she has a name.
Yeah, she's the one who causes it.
Oh, she's the one that causes everything.
Good luck. Kind of. She's walking around with her briefcase and no one knows what's in it, and she just be doing shit. And she says hello. And
Yeah.
she isn't affected by the name.
She's also
Yeah, she
in
isn't-
the anime, by the way.
Yeah, she goes through universes, and if she isn't stopping it, she might as well be pushing it along. All endings are canon. And Smallpox Blanket, main character, turns the Nier universe into a salt hellhole that in Nier Replicant, I can't say because spoilers, then leads into Nier Automata, which I can't say anymore beyond ending A because spoilers.
Not only that, Drakengard 3 is weird because technically it's a split timeline, if I remember correctly. Like, one leads to 2 and 3, 1, and then the other leads to Nier.
Yeah, because, like I said, all endings are canon. Split timeline, both of them are simultaneously canon. All endings are canon.
You would think that they would remaster Drakengard 3. Like, obviously, the first 2, fuck those games. Those games need ground-up remakes from, like, the bottom.
So that's why I believe that Yoko Taro is probably doing a triple batch of them. But he's going to rewrite the story to make more sense and lead into each other.
And also not be nearly as
At least a
edgy.
Drakengard 1 and 2 remake. He might still keep the edge, but who knows?
Well, the edge adds to the charm,
Yoko Taro
kind
likes
of.
to add things in it.
It adds to the charm, but at the same
Yeah,
time,
and he makes
you know, it's Drakengard 1 and 2.
he expands upon things. He also expands upon things that he couldn't do in the original because people wouldn't like it. Like, hey, did you know that Kaine is packing both male and female reproductive organs? She's packing heat down in her panties. They didn't add that in the original.
Down there.
That's in the. That
I was
is
gonna say,
in
people get
the.
annoyed at that back then.
Yeah. It's a poison from Final Fight situation where it's just
Vague
we're gonna have to
enough.
remove all references to this and kind of allude to it that she's weird and different.
Oh yeah, trans characters
And
in the
everyone
90s
hates
be
those
not good.
And if you look at it surface level, it's people hate her because she can speak with the spirits. And it's like, okay, yeah, sure. Then if you look beyond that, it's like, oh no, there's something else wrong with her. Well, not wrong with, but the village nearby says there's something wrong with her.
Yeah. If there's one thing about Drakengard, like, I wish would get ported over, is that if he is doing a trilogy remaster remake situation thing, it would be cool if he decided to add in the bonus material, because little did you know, there is a manga. Because, like I said, it does the DMC thing that I hate, and that's add a lot of content.
Yeah, sure, but also you have plug-in chips, so you have a build card maker. So you can make glass cannons and just even if you put in like those hard damage caps, you would be doing the equivalent of putting hard damage caps in like Elden Ring,
Yeah.
where you're limiting someone's build variety in their RPG
Yeah, I'll probably got to watch through
because you put a limit on it.
Oh, come on. It's working now.
You gotta love
Anyway, so I was saying about you guys that have played that game know what I mean when you go to the lore dump house and get the lore dump at the start of
Anyways,
Act 2.
before we get any more into Nier lore and talking about it, I need to start this game.
I mean, you could have started the game earlier.
I know. It's just the fact that it's a habit I notice is that I keep starting games mid talking, and then especially story heavy games, and we don't hear none of the dialogue because they're like talking over the game. So I'm like, okay, I need to start this right now.
Fair enough.
I'll keep my ass quiet until needed.
Oh no, you're good. Like, because Nier Automata is kind of open world.
Is designed
No,
to
because I'm doing
end.
something unrelated, so...
Okay,
We are
then.
perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
I usually think...
Yeah, I know it's mine.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in. 2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board. This is Operator 6-0. All units confirmed.
I came in here not to talk about Nier lore, but was to shout out to Discord before the stream and admonish both of you guys for picking I would rather have a shitty fast food $1 McDonald's burger over an actual burger in the burger choices.
It depends on the restaurant, because so many like restaurants will make beef patties that are like fucking bricks.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
Fair, but it's implied
My
that
dad
you
made
would
really good burgers when he used to grill.
Oh yeah. Also, you can get killed in this section, by the way. And you get a funny ending because this game's full of joke endings, by the way.
Also, what is the modern JoJo anime and being like,
Alert.
we're gonna be a chill anime for teenage girls? Fucking dark. Like, I've been watching Adolescence of the Bookworm, and I'm like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Like, it actually made me cry last night.
7E down.
I can say the same for Magical Girls, because I'm getting kind of sick of the Madoka Magica styled ones now.
Hey,
Not
you aren't
because I
sick of
found it,
Magical
like,
Girls.
sad.
You're sick of the fact that Madoka Magica did something different and then everyone else copied it for the next 3 years.
Oh no, I'm
I
not
mean,
mad
that's
at
just
what it did.
entertainment in general.
I'm not mad at what
Something
it did. It's a new
revolutionary,
take, and it's a
everyone
good
wants
take on
money,
it.
or
It's just the
over.
fact that everything's that now, and I'm like, the Sailor Moon
What
ones
I
and the
just
Madoka
said, I
Magical
said-
ones can exist. Oh, never mind then.
Actually, I
That's
still
what
recommend you watch
I said-
Place Further in the Universe, best shoujo ever made.
Because I just said you aren't mad at Magical Girls, you're mad at the outcome of what Madoka Magica has done to the magical genre for the last 20 years of
was the
oversaturation of edgy.
Was there an anime you watched that you're like, oh, this is gonna be happy for the whole thing? I'm not gonna cry. Because for me, it's a Place Further in the Universe, because I was not expecting what happened in episode 11, and I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Gurren Lagann.
Megalobox.
Oh god, season 2 was so good.
I haven't watched season 2 because I think season 1 ended on such a high note. I'm afraid that season 2 is Nomad is going to be
2B to Operator
So what is
Mediocre and
Megalobox,
not
but
great.
really sad?
The operation is
Season 2.
compromised. Awaiting further
Well, I
orders.
assume that because, you know, Joe grew out a beard and now he's homeless man, Joe.
He's
Old
effectively
and lost-
Ken.
Yeah.
Oh, you should watch season 2 though, it's really good.
The issue is I don't watch TV. I watch an anime a year and then I swap between one anime, one live action, and one movie. So I don't burn myself out.
I think I have a new favorite dinosaur, and it's called the Pagio Titan, the biggest dinosaur to ever walk the planet. It's fucking huge.
You know what's fucked up
Big fan.
is that there is a game that is gonna scratches my Nier itch that's coming out on Switch 2 soon. It's already on Steam, but I want to wait for a Switch 2 port so I can buy it twice because the devs deserve it. It's called Homura Hime, and basically it's what if Nier Automata, but because of course it is, but it's how to describe this? It's Diet Nier, but in a good way. Like, you ever played a Diet game of a like for example like Diet God of War, Diet DMC type esque experiences, and think, wow, this is shockingly good at what it is. Not going. And here's my opinion on Diet games, by the way, first randomly. In my opinion, the best Diet games are the ones that understand the core concepts. Like, yeah, they weren't able to get most of it down, but they were able to copy the main reasons people love them and still work it out.
So this is going to be maybe an incendiary take. I don't think Diet Nier games exist as a genre. I think that's one of the genreless games that you can have. Because of the fact that Nier is a
Yes, I'm aware of that.
story-focused game, it's like saying, oh, this is a Metal Gear Light,
No.
and then it's only the stealth elements.
Well, that's not what I
From
mean. Like,
Metal Gear
Homura Hime is basically Nier Automata's combat, specifically. And by
Yeah, that's
Nier,
what I'm
I
saying,
mean,
but Nier Automata isn't a combat game.
yeah.
Nier has never been a combat game. It's like being like, oh, this is a Metal Gear game. This is a Metal Gear Solid 2 Light. And then it doesn't have any political thriller AI taking over the world, and it's entirely just the gameplay mechanics, which shine through, sure, but they aren't the main thing of the game.
Yeah.
In fact, Nier Automata is the only game like this, because all of these games have run like unfettered. It's a
Yeah.
story-based game. This is a Disco Elysium light, and it just has you walking around an open world, but it has none of the. I don't know. I just feel Nier Automata and the Nier franchise and Drakengard are tied not to their gameplay styles, but to.
You're not allowed to say the word unbridled ass anymore because it's offensive to people with a butt.
No.
Sorry.
I was gonna say that the reason I bring it up is because of the fact that, well,
Not quite.
how to describe this? I bring up also Diet games in general because I feel like the best, like I said, the best Diet games are the ones
It's a
that
diet game because there's robots.
is
You're
the one.
saying it's a diet game because it's it has robots that do sideways dashes.
Well,
and it's
Homura
very
Hime is
floaty.
not robots. It just has
And
like
nothing
the combat of Nier Automata specifically, which is as you said, is the only one like it because it is a CAG with bullet hell elements and pretty much, yeah, it's Nier Automata's combat.
I guess.
you.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just a stickler because I hate things being called "it's like blank" because it gives
Like the wrong impression, and
the
also
wrong depiction of a
that's why I say diet.
like someone.
It,
But still, diet is supposed to imitate the full. Diet is just supposed to be a sugar-free alternative. It's supposed to be an exact replica of the main thing. It just doesn't have any of the bullshit in it.
actually, I think
It's
actually,
supposed to be artificial.
okay then. How about off-brand or like off-brand like sodas and shit? For example, like RC and Coca-Cola. One's clearly the off-brand, and you would rather get Coca-Cola, but hey, shit.
It's the Dr. Thunder of Dr. Peppers.
Yeah.
Where Dr. Thunder is still good, but Dr. Thunder tastes like vanilla Dr. Pepper. And it has... That's a better way to put it, because whenever I hear diet or like, this is just like blank, but different, it's like, no,
Yeah.
you're giving... As much as Callisto Protocol is stinky, I think calling it Diet Dead Space and a Dead Space like did irreversible damage to it.
Yeah, now I think about it, there's probably like a better way to. God damn it! So I forget every time you die in the intro, you got to restart the game. Ugh.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Because he hit an ending. He hit credits. He already beat the game.
Oh, it has like one of those endings.
Yeah, there's 26 of them. Although I don't think this one counts as a numbered ending or a lettered ending.
I
This
did
one
that
just
in the
hits
beta of
regularly.
freaking oh my god, that. Oh my god, what the fuck's it? That game where you gotta guard a school.
Everything that
one.
lives is designed to end.
This
There's
We are
if you hold
perpetually
if
trapped
you hold down the
in
circle
a
button, it should skip
never-ending
the
spiral
cutscene.
of life and death.
Pretty sure.
Is this a curse? Or
no,
some
this
kind of
one's
punishment?
Maybe it doesn't
it's
count for.
it's. I
often
can tell
think
when
about
it's a
God who
cutscene and when
blessed
it's
us with this cryptic
gameplay.
puzzle
If it's 60 FPS, it's a
and
cut.
wonder
It's a
if we'll ever have
gameplay.
the chance to
If
kill
it's
him.
30, it's a cutscene. But yeah, probably a better way to separate diet and off-brand is diet is it's trying to imitate everything what it's supposed to copy, but not as well. Whereas off-brand is it gets some of the aspects right, but is mostly doing its own thing.
This is Operator 60. All units confirmed.
Like I said,
Yeah,
Homonohime is nearest combat,
Understood.
and it's trying to be very near Automata combat
Proceed to manual
specifically.
attack formation. Then destroy
But
the
it's still
allied
trying to
unit
do
by
its
any
own
means
flavors.
necessary. Gather what data you can. Understood.
Yeah, what is the What is the team that was making? Was it Whiteout? The Resident Evil 2 remake fan devs that had to cancel the game and make it something else.
Daymare.
Daymare. That is a Resident Evil 2 diet game because it's supposed to emulate Resident Evil down to its core qualities, and it does it worse by not having the original materials.
Or the experience
And then
needed.
Crimson Desert,
Alert.
and Crimson Desert is a knockoff of Dragon Guard, where it steals Dragon's Dogma, where it steals a handful of elements, but it's its own thing. It's its own flavor. You're not going to, if you ask someone to give you a Coke and they hand you a Pepsi, you're gonna be like, "Fuck you." It's a different thing.
But if you hand them an RC, it's gonna be like, whatever. It's
Whatever.
No, it's not.
I'll settle with an RC. No one expects anything of an RC. People expect you to, if you give them the alternative.
I don't think I've ever had RC Cola in my life.
RC's
It's big around here.
It's good. It's affordable
good.
and
Yeah,
it
good.
satisfies the
Tasting.
cravings. It's affordable and it satisfies
Yeah.
the
I've never
cravings.
had it.
It's great.
Yeah, one of my friends would bring a 2 liter of RC for like less than $1. We'd get it at Dollar General, bring that to school, and drink that by the end of the day.
Mobile configuration. Permission granted.
Yeah, maybe it could also just be the fact that I'm being all nitpicky is a ism thing, to be honest, because
Yeah.
hyper specific putting things in its own sections off the list. You have to differentiate between this or this because it isn't this, but it's this kind of shit.
Maybe, but either way,
Like,
like
It
the diet.
can't be a knockoff because
I think.
it can't be diet because it's meant to be this, but it should be in fact called
Off-brand.
this instead of that.
It's why I said off-brand
Everything
instead
must go
after diet.
Yeah, everything must go in their own little sectioned off boxes that fits the criteria the best. This one goes into the square hole.
Understood.
The square goes in the rectangle. The circle goes in the square hole.
Yeah, but like, I think one of the things that like the art of the off-brand game, like for example, Darksiders, technically it's meant to be off-brand DMC Ocarina of Time, but it's still just enough to separate itself to be its own brand. Like, it's
Yeah, if I ask for Ocarina of Time and you give me like Darksiders 2, I'm gonna be like, huh, this is weird, it's a different flavor, you gave me a Sam's Cola instead of a Coca-Cola, or you gave me a Dr. Thunder instead of a Dr. Pepper. And it's like, huh, okay, I'll sip on this, because it's what I was given. But I asked for Ocarina of Time, and you give me, like, it's a good old
Not mad, I'm
bad
disappointed.
Ocarina of Time ripoff.
yeah.
Like, you tried to give me
I don't know. I'm trying to think of Ocarina of Time games that are supposed to emulate Ocarina of Time completely. Or, hey, I asked for Dead Space, you gave me Callisto
Yes, I'm
Protocol.
aware of that.
That Callisto Protocol is a diet game, because it tries to emulate a lot of Dead Space's isms.
Yeah. If it's stuck more to it being a PUBG universe game,
Before it got retconned to not be a PUBG universe game, because that was retconned.
yeah, despite the fact that they still left PUBG stuff in the launch base of the game, though. They didn't
Yeah,
do it all.
they probably just left it in there and just said, fuck it, it'll just be we're reducing it to an Easter egg status now, because why not?
Yeah, but sometimes those Easter eggs will get your game deleted from existence.
Yeah.
Like, hey, did you know you can't play the base of Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, or Human Revolution? I forget which one is the first of the reboot.
Human Revolution.
Yeah. Have you heard about... I can't... Am I allowed to talk about sex objects on YouTube? I'm not sure.
Maybe, I don't know. But, yeah.
That game has a strip club with various toys and objects, and the game was banned because of it, so they had to go through and remove all of them, but they forgot one in a secret room, breakable wall, and then the game got banned.
Then there's
That's why it was labeled as Dildo Patrol.
And then there's the whole
In
concept
the-
of ultra copying as well. Because then there's also, like, if you're going to copy something, copy the good shit. For example, back in the 2000s, you had the people copying Call of Duty, and it's like, so you're making an off-brand version / diet version of the equivalent of McDonald's.
Yeah. I just thought of a very good example. If you gave me, if I asked for GTA and you gave me Scarface, The World Is Yours, I would be like, okay, this is something new, it's unique, it's not what I wanted, but it's still tasty in its own right. Then I asked for Grand Theft Auto, and you give me GTA, the enhanced trilogy for the Switch. I would spit in your face.
Oh, that
And
thing?
be-
Yeah.
Why would you give this to me? It's a diet version of its own game. It's copying what it did already, but making it worse by removing what made it taste good, i.e. the sugar and the spice that made it its own thing. But I can't shit on those remakes too bad because of the fact that it had entered sprunking it into my lexicon. You sprunked it.
You sprunked it.
Hey,
Do you know about
9S.
sprunking
Better
it?
make sure he's actually dead next time.
Not
Hey,
really.
dangerous,
9S,
man.
sweet child. Varg Skeletor,
You're
Joel,
2B, right? My name's
Uh,
9S. I'm here to
he
provide
got the
support.
games for free, and then he drank like tens of dollars worth of Sprite while listening to Eye of the Tiger, or Sprunk.
What the fuck?
And then it crashed his game and corrupted his safe file because he drank too much soda.
Copy that.
That's funny.
So,
And so he
was that
sprunked
big
it.
old buzzsaw the Goliath you came here to take out?
You know what's fucked up? I thought 9S voice actor was Yuri Lowenthal for the longest time, and then I realized, oh wait, it's the Troy Baker thing, where they got someone to do an impression of Yuri Lowenthal without actually being Yuri Lowenthal. As you know, I call it the
I
Troy
had
Baker
I had
effect.
the most epiphany last night on voice acting. So did you
It's
know
gonna-
the same person that plays modern Ash plays the main character of Mushoku Tensei and is also in the anime I'm currently watching, which is main character in a fucking Adolescence of a Bookworm. I'm like, well, I can't unhear that now.
But yeah, like, I thought 9S's VA was Yuri Lowenthal, and then I heard his VA and I saw his name, and I'm like, wait a minute, this feels wrong. And I looked him up, and it's like, oh,
It's
that's
gonna be
actually
really-
not Yuri Lowenthal, that's someone else.
It's gonna be really
Ash
fucked
Ketchum
up.
is indeed fucking Rudy
It's
is
gonna be
from
really-
Mushoku Tensei.
It's gonna be really fucked up when you find out that that's just 9S's regular voice, his speaking voice. Like it's a Fry from Futurama situation where it's just Billy West talking in his normal everyday voice. So it's his real voice is a Yuri Lowenthal knockoff.
Hey, sometimes the regular voice is what you need. Because, like, yeah, so there are times where,
Yeah.
like, yeah, even though there are actors that can do like a whole bunch of impressions, yeah, you can do a whole bunch of impressions, but there are times where it's like, yeah, just use your regular voice. That fits perfectly. Like, not only that, it's also good for the actor as well because they don't have to strain their voice doing like an impression. So all they really need to do is just speak normally.
This is gonna be a weird pull. This is gonna be a weird pull, but Murdered Soul Suspect. There is a hotel that you go in, and then there's just Paul Eiding, voice of Colonel, just talking in his regular voice. Some people,
Games I
and
never finished.
it's such, as a Metal Gear fan, it's so weird to hear the Colonel
No,
talking,
just another defensive
because the
system.
Colonel also just talks in his regular voice. So it's
Oh, well.
he barely puts on
I
any
guess we have to find
emphasis
a
except
target
for in the
then, huh?
fourth game.
Yeah.
I've got a
I
flight
think
unit,
he-
so I'll take a look around the perimeter.
All right. I'll work my
Games
way
I never
inside from
finished
the
for
ground.
500, Bob.
All right. Now,
Uh,
all right. Let's see.
games where I
God,
knew
I
one
love
of
that
the
Jeopardy joke.
Man, this part's gonna be so rough because of the fact I don't think there's a save point in this area like at all. Like if you're not like you straight up,
no,
if you die once, you gotta restart this whole
There is-
section.
no, because the whole plot point is that there's no way to upload your data up until 9S uses his bandwidth to send your black box data up to the thing. Even
Yeah.
on returns, the only save point is the one that's just outside of purview. Yeah, that's why you get like 30 healing items in the game, or in this opening section, is, yeah, there's no, save points. Here's like 30 small healing potions and like 10 mediums. Just abuse the guns and lasers.
It's so funny to me that Drakengard as a series has been going on for so long. It's like how to describe this? It's kind of like seeing like your kid grow up and then they manage to somehow become like famous, and it's like, man, I remember when you were still struggling to swing a bat. How did you become the best baseball player in the world?
The issue is that that isn't how 99% of the Nier fandom exists. 99% of this fandom is watching Michael Jordan play
I was going to send
as
you
like a
that data I collected
superstar,
earlier.
and then they flash back to high school as he saw that guy in the hallway at school once, but was never their friend, and saw them once as some guy who was doing his own thing. Most people didn't care about this until he was popular. No one watched them grow up. Hell, as much as I like these games, I didn't watch them grow up.
Me neither. And
I
I didn't think I was even old enough to even know what they were.
I saw them, but my first game was Nier Gestalt, and then I went back to play the old games. Because I was told by someone else on like a GameFAQs forum that this is the fourth game in the series. And I'm like, oh, cool. Let me track down these PS2 games.
Well, that's
no
kind of a
one bought,
lie with
slash,
Automata.
Right.
Unless you played Nier Gestalt beforehand.
I played Nier Gestalt in like 2012. It was
Oh,
right
so
when I got
close to
Dark Souls
launch.
1.
It was close to launch.
Yeah. Yeah, I played that on launch, and then I beat Drakengard 1 and maybe 2. And then a few years later, I never beat 3. And then a few years later, in 2017, Nier Automata came out, and I bought the Day 1 edition because it
Nothing's
gave
ever
me...
easy.
It's one of the only games I bought at full price, because it gives you Grimoire Vice as a pot skin.
Which,
you
man, no,
could
speaking
only
of,
get.
yeah, I was gonna say,
You bought
speaking
Day
of
One.
skins, man, they really gave favoritism for the Nintendo Switch players. Which, in case you don't have Nier Automata on Switch, get it on Switch. Runs shockingly great. It is amazingly optimized. Then again, it's Platinum Games' engine that they're working with, so it's made to run on a fucking toaster. Because
The Switch has it good, except for the fact that Grimoire Vice is not on the Switch version, but it has literally everything else and extras.
yeah, you know what? Not gonna lie, you'd think that with the success of Nier, Square would ask Yoko Taro to, hey, do a Drakengard 3 remake or remaster Drakengard 3 specifically. Just remove the Muso elements, just make it a CAG, or get Platinum to do the combat to fix it all. After all, they worked with Platinum before, and as we know it, Platinum Games' best games are the ones they don't own.
Yeah.
You know, ma'am,
Fun fact, actually
I'm
speaking of
glad
that,
you're
Why?
scanners like me mostly
Platinum
work
Games.
alone.
I remember
Yeah.
hearing a
Starting out
rumor
enemy
about
lines and all
them
that.
trying to find a way to get the
Usually
Bayonetta off rates off of Nintendo. Here's the thing, I don't think they're gonna pull that off.
Sorry, ma'am.
And another thing.
It's impossible. Otherwise, people would have
unnecessary.
taken the Eternal Darkness
Alright,
rights
then.
off of Nintendo.
2B it is.
It's also the fact
And
that
Nintendo can still
Platinum
look at-
is not that big of a company.
It's... No one's touching Eternal Darkness, and no one can get their hands on Eternal Darkness. But Nintendo will sit on that forever. There's no way that they're gonna give up Bayonetta, a franchise that they're still making content for.
Kind of. It's also the fact that Bayonetta is just... Well, the only reason I still have kind of hope is because of the sole fact that, well... you want to know the only game that even sold well? The franchise that's, funded by Nintendo? The only game that sold well was the first one. That was the only one that sold well. The other games barely broke 1 million copies.
It's almost like the second game was on the Wii U, and the third game was...
Even the
it had
second
such
game sold 1 million on the Wii U, or at least close to, or like a lot on the Wii U. I'm pretty sure it was at the time being heavily promoted by Nintendo to play this super high fast action game on the Wii U. Not gonna lie, I feel like Bayonetta 2 was also a tech demo for the Wii U. I feel like it was that was the case. It was like, oh man, look at all this huge shit. It's rendered on the Wii U.
If only it got ported to other consoles sooner,
Yeah,
like the first game did.
yeah. Not only that, and then there's Bayo 3, which, like I said, I fully believe that Platinum is trying to get back the
Like,
rights
it is a-
somehow. Bayonetta 3 is weird. Like, I
Bayonetta-
like it for what it is, but man, is it not 1 or 2.
It's a trash fire not only
This place
in the
sure
fact
is
that
big.
it has very bad pacing, it has very bad new characters, it completely butchers the whole... The most popular fan thing ever of Bayonetta
So if we
is
don't
gay as
destroy
fuck.
it, we'll just keep coming.
She is lesbo. And
Which-
it's for
Isn't she
all
like
of the
isn't Bayonetta a gay icon?
For some reason,
Yeah,
yeah.
but she's straight in the...
She's
like that
straight,
thing.
but because she's so fruity, everyone's like, "Oh my God, she is such an icon!" And like
I mean,
the
she's-
LGBT community.
I'm probably misusing the word queer here, but she's like, because queer can also be used in an endearing term as in weird for a gay person. They like that. I don't know how.
I don't know the
that sounded like
contribution
dick.
to queer or using queer in anything. I just use queer for everything because I am. So
Yeah,
I
the
have
pass.
I'm like,
pass.
I don't know how to explain that.
Right.
I'm not trying to like use it as an insult, but I'm like, yeah, that's a way you can use queer.
I mean, it's the
Sorry,
same
gay
exact thing
community.
it's the same exact thing of Snake is a queer
Like, I'm an
icon.
ally, I swear to God. I just
Everyone loves
bad
Snake.
terminology.
He's a gay icon. Specifically, Naked Snake is. Imagine if they did Naked Snake and they keep hamming up his gay parts, and then right before he died at the ending of his last game, which I won't say because Metal Gear spoilers, they have him get married to a new woman who was introduced to the game like 2 games ago. It barely exists, and it's like, okay,
You know why
sure.
I'm,
Fuck
you know
it,
why I'm,
Sorry,
sorry, I didn't think cut you off.
No, it's okay. I'm just saying it's the butchering of a gay icon is a big thing, but the thing I want to say most is the original voice actor of Bayonetta is the biggest trash fire about that game.
Anyway, you know why I'm an ally? Because I grew up being bullied because I was autistic in high school, and it's like, I fucking hate that, and it's like, you shouldn't do that to anyone.
I'm just sort of indifferent. It's like,
You know, it's
I'm just indifferent. Like,
it's
just
so
you do
easy.
you. I don't really care.
What?
It's just accessing random, nonsensical
That, and I don't care who
data.
you sleep with, as long as you're in a happy
There's no actual
relationship.
meaning behind anything.
Pretty much. Like, it's also why the fact
The only way
that, even though I'm like, I know
the
I said I'm
easiest way to
Christian, but
ally
like, I just don't care.
people to
Like, yeah, I'll make gay jokes all the time, but I make them in good conscience.
I don't think there is a thing as not caring about certain ideologies like that, because not caring implies that you don't care if rights are taken away or they're given.
Well, I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying, like, if you you do you, I guess. Like, I don't really care if, like, you do you. I'm not gonna, like, I know I'm
Yeah,
gonna
and
sound
that's why
like.
you would be considered.
Uh,
That's why I would consider you to not be indifferent. I would consider you an ally, because if you see people having their rights taken away, you would be like, no, stop that. I don't care that people are gay. Don't do that. That's a bad thing to do. But if you were like, oh yeah, no, I don't want to get political, but gay conversion therapy is now no longer illegal. So
Oh,
you can
yeah, I
put-
saw that. It's like, what the fuck? That is a slippery slope.
Yeah, if you're indifferent and you're okay with that, then you would be on the bad side of indifference, because that would be, if you're fine with that happening.
Yeah, that's
the
just
type of
spit apathy,
indifference that-
essentially. Like, 'cause here's the thing: there's a difference between not
Yeah.
caring and apathetic. Apathetic means you don't care if it's good or bad. And then there's not caring in the indifferent being, like, you could do this and do whatever you want, like it's your life.
Yeah, and that would fall under ally categories, which counts as not being indifferent.
It's like,
That's
I don't
something
know how many
that-
times.
It might be impossible to do so.
Could that also count as putting religion into politics again? Because I think it does, and that's against the Constitution.
They have been doing that for the last 2 years.
I know,
Putting
Crystal
religion.
National. Dude, religious politics is the most dangerous thing ever. Because look at the. I'm not to like be mean to the Middle East. Look at the Middle East. And look at Iran right now. Case in point.
Somehow having an LGBTQIA plus convo is rather fitting for Nier. Well, I mean, there is 2 gay robots in the game, so that checks out.
Yeah, it's what, Operator 9.0 and 012, or no, it's 09 and 0 something else.
Alert. Bulletproof apparatus.
The only reason I know is because 09 is your operator, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe 012 is your
I know.
operator. Man, as much as I love these
Oh, I've
games,
also had really good friends. It's gonna sound generic, but I've also had really good friends. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say I can't name people in this game because everyone's a variation of letter plus number, and that confuses my brain. I know the big ones like 2B, 9S, A.
A2.
It's gonna sound
Me too.
generic, but I also have like a lot of good friends that are either bi or gay. So
I used to have a friend in high school that was gay. I haven't seen him in a while.
I did too, but I
Eh.
think he moved and we kind of just stopped talking.
Yeah, I think he's not only. I don't know how to
I did worry
describe
about
this.
him though, because his roommate was being an asshole the last time we talked, and I hope they're good.
Imagine they're just dating now. He convert. He made.
Oh no, it was either his roommate or his partner. I don't remember who. Either way, I hope he's okay.
But like, yeah.
So I tried to get in contact with him on Facebook recently, and he didn't respond. So either he's pissed or he's not okay. I hope he's okay.
Oh, I'm trying to be ultra careful in this section because I don't want to like restart this whole section. So I'm being ultra careful. Because I remember
You
how
have the laser beam? I
yeah,
would just use the laser beam because it's an insta-kill and the recharge time on it is pretty decent.
yeah, it's.
Plus, if you could kill people in a row,
There's a reason I said that
just spam.
balancing action RPGs are a slippery slope. I think there's a lot of potential in having really great combat in action RPGs because I think you're just not trying hard enough if the combat is not as good. Because Witcher 3, great story. Man, I would rather play something else gameplay-wise. Because just because you're focusing on story feels like it's not an excuse to slack on gameplay. Like, yeah, it's like, oh man, like it's not like a thing with Disco Elysium where the whole point is the interactability and the role playing. But if you're gonna add combat into the game, don't be afraid to go all out. Like, don't be afraid to treat it equally. Like, yeah, your budget's on story, but but just because you're focusing on on story doesn't mean you should slack off in other areas. It's why I remember when I made that action RPG video, I gave a lot of shit to AC and most quote-unquote action RPGs that do the shit AC Origins does, and I hate it.
I would call Assassin's Creed a hack and slash in derogatory in parentheses afterwards.
Oh, it is a hack and slash by its very nature. No, it's a stealth game. It's not. No, it's a hack and slash.
No, it's a parkour game. That is what they are. They're parkour open sandbox games. Don't think story over gameplay is a modern thing, since all games are all gameplay with very little story. Yeah, but then it's
the parkour is better in some games and worse in others. 4 fucking nailed it.
Story over gameplay is a modern thing, yeah. Story over gameplay is a modern thing, yeah, and back then it was vice versa. The thing is, though, nowadays, and this is just the thing entirely in gaming in general, is that people prioritize a lot of stuff over others. I can understand if it's like arcadey in general, and you don't have plan for a story to begin with. I can understand that, but if you're having a story that is taking itself seriously, then you can't slack anywhere. I don't think you should slack off in any department.
Hey, you guys don't know about the forest in Nier Gestalt, do you?
No, I haven't gotten there. I'm still in the.
Okay, so it's gameplay spoilers because there are none. So Yoko Taro ran out of budget, it seems, because he tried to make the gameplay good, but he doesn't know how to do good gameplay. But he ran out of budget, but still wants to tell his story. Did you know that in the forest, which you do go to in this game, it's the same forest where you meet up. Yeah, it's barely a text-based adventure game, it's just a cutscene of text because you don't get choices, really. You just keep going through dialogue, and it's like 15 minutes long.
It's a near replicant. It's a near replicant thing, Aries. Also, welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while. Holy shit.
I'm not gonna sing any more of that because that'll get you a copyright strike.
But like, yeah, I feel like after Nier Automata, because funnily enough, I remember when they remastered it's the remake remaster thing with Nier Replicant. They basically took notes from Platinum Games and were like, okay, we have the experience from thanks to Automata now. Let's actually fix this game's combat and make it good. And Replicant's combat is pretty decent. It's actually pretty fun. Is it good as Automata's? No, but it's still decently fun.
It also is a little unfair to call the remake combat bad when the original that it's based off of is actually bad.
Well,
it's not good.
Well, that's what I'm basing it off of. They were
intact.
using the experience from Nier to improve Replicant's combat, and as you know, Nier Automata is a collab between Platinum, whereas the remake it's all Yoko Taro's studio. They just took notes from Platinum, not actually get Platinum involved.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's unfair to
compare the two. Yeah.
It
is unfair between Automata and the old one, but if you're comparing it to the Replicant to the original, then it's a straight improvement.
Oh yeah. Well, also isn't that hard. Gestalt plays bad. It's very much not fun to the point where if you want to breeze through your endings, is you max out the AoE blade ability and you just run around.
Also, Chad, if you're wondering why I'm not talking a lot in this conversation, because I haven't really played these games. I just wanted to be on stream.
Because they've seen a premiere video on an actual stream. Oh shit! Sorry about that.
Yeah. Anyhow,
target enemy detected.
You guys have the new Mario movies out?
Yeah, apparently it sucks. It's ADHD the movie. Apparently.
Pretty sure you told me that last night, Apuro. You were.
No, with
Or
me?
either
Pearl?
you or Pearl told me that last night.
The-
Dude, what is with a Pearl? I haven't seen him in months.
Because you barely in the calls.
Or weeks,
We've
What?
seen you're barely
I've
in
been
the calls.
I haven't seen a Pearl.
Yeah,
in a
you're in the
while.
calls in the wrong time.
Maybe I am. I don't know.
He's been here relatively often. He watched it and I like
You
it
might
a
have
lot.
Also, JP, we were in call together yesterday, I'm pretty sure.
Where were we?
Yes.
Dude, I don't know. I've been like blah lately, so I probably.
Yeah, yesterday we had the biggest show of like 6 people in call at once.
Oh, I remember now. I swear
It's
I
just
had
like-
short-term memory loss, and I don't know where the fuck I got it from.
Man, how does the person with literal actual brain damage have a better memory than you?
I don't know. I got a concussion senior year, so I probably do have some sort of brain damage.
I got a concussion junior year.
Twinsies! Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I never got a concussion
Y'all know
because I
it's
took
about
care of my
Dinosaurs
body.
in Antarctica just this second. Called the cryo.
Y'all know what
cryo-
fucked up? I got a concussion not from football. That's how I broke my jaw. I got a concussion from a bouncy half.
All right, time
Ah, those are supposed to be fun.
for. But yeah, I think another example
Is that where all
of
those Sky
to
Zone places?
add this to my action RPG argument. Ironically enough, you want to know a game that does this shockingly well? FF16.
I'll provide support.
The story is amazing and the combat is great. Yeah, RPG side of things very iffy because action RPGs are really hard to balance compared to CAGs, especially if they're CAG RPGs. That's what I'm gonna call them now, CAG RPGs, because they are hard to balance. Cause you gotta balance gameplay where it's so focused on player expression with the actual RPG elements, which is why Nier Automata is
Just thought of
piss easy on normal.
I thought of an accent for CAG RPGs, and it sounded too close to a slur.
Okay, you guys have to go into a scientific field from a fictional story. What are you going into?
About a fictional story?
For me, honestly, I'd have to say pseudo-paleontology for
Hacking in.
Jurassic Park.
No, I missed out on the first part of the sentence because she was popping off.
Oh, you have to pick a scientific field from a fictional setting. I go with
Considering-
pseudo-paleontology from Jurassic Park because I like dinosaurs and shit.
Considering I'm already a scientist, I could just pick any era and then pick the science field that I already have a degree in.
We'll go
I
more
will-
specific here.
I will go. I'm still gonna pick the degree that I have already, which is botanical sciences. Believe it or not, I went to college to look at plants and
I mean,
dirt.
considering I have a degree in computer service repair, I'd probably be the guy in charge of keeping the computer systems of the park
No
running.
response to communications.
Fair, but did you go into computer science because it was the thing that made you the most money potentially, or did you do it because you like computers? Is the
I think
question.
I like computers. I tried going into computer science, and I'm like, I'm not good at computer science. I'm good at taking shit apart and putting it back together and praying that it works.
Negative.
Oh, then you would probably want electrical engineering.
See, I should have
Because of
done like
brain.
engineering, or if my pelvis wasn't fucked, I would have done car mechanics like my uncle did at the same vocational school, and he still does like all the car mechanic work for the family. and
You know
makes
what's fucked up?
decent money from it.
You keep saying your pelvis is fucked. I feel like
Dude, the Grim Reaper fears him. He's almost died several times, and it's crazy.
you know what's
Hey, me too.
You know what's fucked up? You say your pelvis is always
I have
fucked
to be
all the
careful
time.
mentioning him though, because my aunt watches this stuff.
I was gonna say that if you keep saying your pelvis is still fucked all the time, and I'm thinking to myself, man, if he ever actually
It is,
got
dude.
laid,
When you
his pelvis
injure
would be
an
destroyed.
important muscle, even if it heals, it will never fully recover to where it was.
Well, like
And
I
the
said,
doctor said, "Oh, you're young, you'll fully recover." Lies.
JP has the unfortunate that he'll never have a girl top him ever.
fair point.
His pelvis would shatter.
No,
Yeah.
What happened? They told me like, "Oh, you're still young. You're gonna fully heal from this." That was a
have to help
fucking
9S.
lie, and they know it.
Well, it's always a lie.
Oh,
People
Like,
say
yeah,
that when
I can walk and shit. But if I like strain my body too much, my pelvis is gonna be
Get
like,
me staunching gel
nope,
and
you need to
logic
sit
virus
down,
vaccines.
asshole. I'm gonna
Then
keep
access
throbbing
the-
until you do.
The subject's
Anyways,
vital signs
cutscene.
are too poor to attempt field
I'm talking like
repair.
basic household chores and
Do what I
shit.
say.
All right, time
I think
for
I
to
would
be
go
to
and
worry about her boyfriend,
What were we saying? Sorry.
her twink boyfriend. Oh yeah, Yoko
Uh,
Taro loves twinks, from what I can tell, or his wife does. I can't tell.
Yeah.
What were we
I'm
saying, Doc?
sure.
Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say I'll probably pick botanical sciences in like the peak of the spice trade,
HO229 flight unit.
That could be
because then I would be introduced to so many new plants from all
Usage
over the
rights
world
transferred from 9
by trade ships, and then I can experiment with them and discover like saffron for the English and the Americas.
Anyways,
This might be difficult for
discover
she because she
trade.
doesn't have a degree.
cutscene.
She, how does it feel being the only one without either a certificate or a degree in this chat?
Diploma. Also, hold on. Cutscene.
What I'm saying is, go back to school, asshole.
Also, cutscene.
Actually, I would advise against that. School's kind of worthless.
Oh no,
Anyways.
yeah. Fucking, I have a degree, but I've never gotten a job with it. 'Cause it's fucking, it's a $10,000 piece of paper, not paid by me, but paid by the taxpayers.
All
It's
right.
completely useless.
Time for me
Yeah,
to ride this thing.
I used my degree 4 to 6 months out of the year because of where I live. The ground is frozen for the other 6 to 8 months. You can only study plants and do like soil testing and all that stuff for farmers before
actually
the
had-
harvest, after the harvest.
We actually had an agriculture program at my vocational school, and it's like, sounded cool, but I'm more into traditional gardening than
I didn't know
agriculture.
the machines had that kind of intelligence.
Yeah, but agriculture will help you with traditional gardening. You'll learn about
Agriculture makes
pH
a shit
level.
ton of money if you're good at it, though. Farming, like, farming's not like it used to be. You can make a ton of money from it.
Oh yeah, I still have
It's like,
my personal.
it used to be
with
farming, peasant work. No, it's not. Now it's like all engineering and shit.
Yeah, speaking of which, starting this week, I get to start my garden. Radishes, kale, hardy greens, and leafy greens go in this week.
Can I make
In
a
my
suggestion?
area.
When they're able, I recommend raspberries.
Raspberries are a fruit plant bush, which means that if I plant them, they won't be ready for the next 2 to 3 years.
Dude, I want
Time
to grow
for this
fresh
shit.
raspberries and make iced tea out of them because I've been craving really good raspberry iced tea. Like, call me crazy, but McDonald's used to have, I don't know if she was old enough to remember that. McDonald's used to have the best sweet raspberry iced tea, and they don't anymore.
He might not. Oh no. Time to
Like,
do
chat,
the
you remember this, right? I'm not crazy.
Are you kidding me?
I never had the fate of putting it on hard.
And then KFC had it for a while, and then they got rid of it like the other places. And it's like, why? Stop it. It's good as fuck.
Nope.
Stop getting rid of it, you douchebag.
If you
I don't
want
know
to
if
like
ingredients are
taste
just hard to get
that
or what.
raspberry, it's not raspberry iced tea, but it's raspberry lemonade. I'm
Oh,
a
that
big
shit's
raspberry lemonade person.
Oh,
Texas
dude, lemonade
Road,
infusions are amazing.
Please, for the love of
Texas Roadhouse is.
Damn, this is gonna be the entire stream. Me just trying to get
I've
through
only
the
gotten
fucking
takeout from there. I
prologue.
never ate
Everything
in-house.
that
How
lives
their
is
drinks are
designed
good?
to end.
Hey, you're the
Uh,
one who said that
Perpetually
this game is.
trapped in a never
And you want to have fun.
life and death,
Man, like
Girls do
curse.
want to have fun.
or some
And
kind
she
of
is indeed a woman.
punishment. I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever
Dude,
have
one
the
thing
chance.
Jurassic World 3 does, it
to
lets you make
kill
the most
him.
ridiculous dinosaur colors ever. It
What
just makes
is-
unrealistic coloring.
What is your guys' favorite dinosaur game? Because I know mine, and it's going to be a weird
Your Hunt
poll,
Squadron, come in.
but it is my
2B
favorite
here.
dinosaur
All
game.
units have
Used to be
penetrated
the
the
Zoo
stratosphere.
Tycoon
Autopilot system
Jurassic
green
Park
across the
expansion,
board.
but now it's Jurassic World
This
Evolutions
is
2 and
Operator
3.
60.
It's
Hold and
King
are proceeding
Kong, the
toward the
video
target.
game.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses,
There is a
proceed to
sequence
manual
where there is a
formation.
brontosaurus
Destroy the
crossing,
Goliath-class unified
and
enemies
they are
necessary and
giant
evacuate
as far as I could
Understood.
see. Their heads are in the clouds, basically, and you have to cross underneath their feet to get to the other side of the ravine,
All
and
units
that's what made
activate
me
manual
love
mode and rely on
brontosauruses.
visuals to evade.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
yeah, I know, bro. You don't
It's
need to
so
remind
good,
me.
and it's
origin point of long-range
It's a
lasers
really
confirmed.
good game.
I don't have them in this park right now. I had Pagio Titans, which were even bigger than Brontosauruses. They were
I've-
the biggest
11 feet
land
down.
animal to walk
Our
the earth, which is
HO229
insane.
cameras are
Because
in
I
effect
forgot it
It might
can
have
do
been
that.
that.
I forgot that robot fucker can
It
just
probably-
like do the
No, they
laser
have like
midway
thicker
through.
necks. I'll show you.
Because
Look
the
at the size of this motherfucker. He's bigger than this watering hole I placed in.
Requesting permission to engage.
I'm trying to remember the game from when I was a kid, but I remember their necks being in the clouds. They were so big.
Can you imagine drawing blood from this thing? Let me go on the first person.
Yeah.
This thing is huge.
Are you guys a big fan of the feather theory for dinosaurs? Are you the... Well, some were scaly, but some were
So
still...
this game has both because Jurassic Park came out right before the Feather Fury was introduced.
I love the theory that a T-Rex is just like a giant fucking chicken. Like, have you seen what a T-Rex would look like if it was feathered
Multiple surrounding enemy air units
as if
confirmed.
it were a chicken?
Requesting
And
permission
it's
to
like,
exit
oh.
mobile
Oh, I've
It's
seen it.
actually-
So
Permission granted.
I
It's
learned
just
this
a
theory in...
ball,
Oh, sorry.
like a sphere. It's a sphere of feathers, and it's so adorable.
Well, yeah, they're mostly related to the chickens. So this theory came out when I was in elementary school. I remember reading an entire book the teacher had on it. It was fascinating.
If it was Scholastic, I might have had the same book.
It probably was. Scholastic usually sponsored my school's libraries.
Yeah, ours was also sponsored by Scholastic.
I think
Because middle of nowhere, get what books you can while you can.
Yeah,
Also,
they,
when-
it looks
I
good
went-
for them to sponsor schools. Oh, that's cool. They look like a half moon when they lay down. Oh, that. I think they studied like actual animal animations for this.
It also helps that with
Frontier always puts a lot of care into their games.
kindergarten through I think it's second or third grade, depending on where I was and how smart I was, went to that fancy, or I went to a fancy, only smart kids get in here elementary school, for those that are reading at 5th grade levels by 2nd grade.
I was always ahead of the curve in reading. Like, I was reading Harry Potter when my other classmates were reading fucking, like, basic picture books. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, even writing, I was ahead. I can't, like, write on actual paper for shit, because my penmanship is god-awful, because I have dysgraphia, because of my bad hand-eye coordination. But I can type. That's what they've always allowed me to do if I had access to a computer. Which, now all these kids have fucking Chromebooks.
How lucky.
And I wasn't allowed to take creative writing because of that same thing I was just mentioning.
How
But
lucky
now they
we
all
are.
have Chromebooks, and I'm not salty. I'm not.
How lucky we are.
Anyhow, yeah, I have no idea what to write these days. I'm like, I feel like when I go to write something, everything's been done.
Oh, well, here's the thing.
Trophy, but
Well, see, here's the
Tropes are
thing.
key to writing it.
Here's the thing, and that's where your first mistake was, thinking that you're original. No one's original.
Large enemy group detected.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
it's like-
aware of
No one's original.
so apparently there's like 13 pillars of storytelling that have been like told since mankind. I forget what they are. One damsel in distress, and there's several others. None of them are copyrighted because you can't, or we wouldn't have stories.
I was gonna say, I think one of my favorite things is the Tumblr thread of some OCs are copying other people's work, and you can really boil it down to everything since the beginning of time is some sort of OC or play on the Bible.
So I like to call it the
No
Tower of
related
Babel
to their
paradox. Reason being, oh, sorry, I talked over you. My bad.
No, it's okay. I was pretty much done.
I'd like
the
to
only
point
other thing I was gonna
something.
say is, hey, the Resident Evil games, the first 3 are on Steam. You probably knew about that, but also Breath of Fire 4 is also on. If you like Breath of Fire.
I want to try that series.
I like to call the
no,
lack of
okay.
originality the Tower of Babel paradox because I was
I
reading
think
a
the
book
fourth one is the worst one.
Enemies
it's called Short Stay in Hell, and basically it's hell, but it's the Tower of Babel, and you have to, and
that our
pretty much
target?
everything that was written in there could be written, and you have to find a book with your name in it. But what I'm getting at here is that, like, yeah, it feels like everything that was written was already written already, but that's because we have access to, like, swabs and swabs of media. And with the internet now, it's easy to tell if something's been written already, so where back then you just couldn't.
Laser communications recovered.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Ugh.
Anyway, I'm coining that. Do not steal.
Man.
funny paradoxes, you know.
I keep.
amongst these things like this.
Man,
Yeah.
Yoko Taro, you're a dick.
I know it's technically not a paradox, it's more of an effect, but I'm just calling it a paradox.
You don't even give us a checkpoint? I get it, story reasons, haha. Yeah, it's the same excuse FromSoft has, and I hate it when they do that.
She, you know what I hate that
I hate
you?
this.
Nothing. You're a good man. Oh, I didn't begin incubating these dudes? Wow, I'm stupid. So, you know what's crazy to me? The fact that Jurassic Park went from a horror novel to a rated R kind of family movie, at least if you're older teenagers, to a family franchise with toys, video games, and
You mean the Ninja
amusement
Turtle?
parks. How the
Ninja Turtle.
fuck did that happen?
You mean TMNT and like how Batman did it because people
We are
people
perpetually
were
trapped.
scared that their kids would start murdering
TMNT
people.
wasn't for
Ending spiral
adults
of
at
life and
first.
death.
I mean, the UK thought it was, but it
The
wasn't.
comics.
Is this a curse? Or some kind of
Were they?
punishment?
They're based off comics.
I often think about the god who
And those
blessed us
comics were
with
dark
were
as
they
fuck.
like the mask comics that
and
were like
wonder if we'll
adult
ever have the
comics?
chance to
Yeah.
kill him.
And then it got turned into a kids movie?
Yeah.
Because I've seen the mask comics. Oh my god, they are brutal.
Imagine we
I
get a.
thought Watchmen was
It'd
bad.
be funny if we get a Laura Accurate mask comment. Yeah, I know. Pearl Wi-Fi is weird.
Oh, dude, that'd be sick if we got like a rated R mask movie. It's like, how has no one done that yet? It must be owned by some like family studio.
Fully fucking
Is it?
Logan.
Yeah.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed
I
to
love
manual
Logan, that was
attack
cool.
formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what
Yeah, I've been watching movies.
Understood.
Dude, everyone always says, "Oh, Logan was bland. I didn't like it." Yeah, that's because your child attention span couldn't keep track, you 14-year-old.
Speaking of which, apparently that's the Mario movie. Apparently the Mario movie is like people as Moist Critical describes it, jingling keys the movie.
Most Marvel movies, yeah. It's like, hey, look, this. Hey, look, character introduction. Hey, look, badass battle scene. Hey, look, give us your money.
No, it's no. It's not like that. It's we're gonna insert every single fan service moment in that we know of from this franchise in this movie, and we're also gonna add characters that were never associated with this series in this series. For example, Star Fox is in the Galaxy movie,
Yeah,
which they leaked beforehand.
yeah.
Which is a
Here's the
rumor.
thing, right now, crossovers are fucking massive, and nostalgia sells
No.
more than anything. It's why Hollywood's
I
so
thought the
afraid to do anything original. But sooner or later, we're gonna hit a point where everyone's nostalgia's burnt out, and we want new stuff, and no one wants to make it.
I thought the movie came out yesterday, and they saw Star Fox in it. It wasn't a rumor; it was just there.
I do want the Smash Bros. Movie though. That'll be sick as fuck.
Yeah,
You gonna get it?
Also-
no idea.
And
It feels like the killing of the Mario franchise movies because it feels like they blew their load all on the second movie without any payoff of.
well, here's the thing.
But there was another movie that they put
No,
so many
Nintendo blew their
references.
load with the Switch 2 by making it $500 in lockdown like crazy.
Oh
Here's
my
the thing.
God.
I don't care,
Also,
Pearl. I have
completely separate-
opinions. Anyway.
Yeah,
also
and you
no
re-added those
entertainment
opinions all the
entire
fucking
goddamn
time.
Internet.
Also, completely unrelated. Nintendo is partially sure, but I'm talking about the Mario franchise in movie form. There was a movie recently that came out within the last like 2 or 3 years, and it was so filled with references to a large cinematic universe that it killed their cinematic universe that they were trying to do because it was so unfocused, trying to get so many references in.
Was
to
it
new
the
stuff.
rescue?
Sorry.
No. It's was it? I don't think it was Nintendo. I think it was Disney with the Rescue Rangers. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of unoriginality, Disney's slate for the next 10 years is remakes, sequels, and prequels. And it's like, what the fuck, guys?
But,
You've
like,
nothing
yeah.
original for 10 years.
With the Mario movie thing,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
pretty
watch
sure.
movies,
I think we can all agree
I
that
don't
their
watch
only
movies, I don't
reason. Hold on. I'm pretty
I mean,
sure
it's
the
probably 'cause
main
last original
reason.
movie bombed like crazy.
Here's the thing. I'm pretty sure with the Mario movie, the only reason they even made those movies is because of the Sonic movie being good, and they're like, "Fuck, video game movies are good now."
Oh,
Because-
100%. Everyone
Yeah.
saw the Sonic movie and they're like, wait, video game movies can be good?
Here's the thing: is that Nintendo's
my
doing the
God.
bare
Yeah.
minimum, because it's like, oh,
So the whole
I'll
thing
think a Street
is
Fighter movie is good because they have a good cast.
so the first movie of the Mario movie is benefit of the doubt the sequel is going to be better, and then the sequel wasn't better, while the Sonic movies were. It's the first Mario movie, from what I hear, I haven't watched it, but my friend did, and she told me
What the
that it has pacing issues, and there's a lot of looking up to the second movie could be spectacular, and also rest in peace again.
yeah. This intro is ass.
You put it on hard.
I know.
Not to mention you aren't paying attention.
I'm
Look,
trying
she just
Yeah.
likes
to,
getting-
Also,
but it's really hard to
she
do
just likes
that.
getting it up the
Also-
ass, and
Trying
he's too
to.
afraid
You're
to
paying
admit
more
it.
attention to the convo than the game.
Yeah, and I'm trying to pay
it's
attention to the
called Yale
game,
Peters.
and it's also because of the
Then
fact.
mute
Yeah,
us
feel
and focus
okay.
on the game.
Well, I'm trying
She has to
to.
feel getting railed up the ass, absolutely, by a video game.
How's it
Feels good?
feel having to play genealogy?
Everything that lives is designed to end.
We don't
We are
talk about that.
perpetually trapped.
Yeah, and also
Did you
your
know that
failed
everything-
Nuzlocke, you
Nobody
piece of
knows
shit.
what-
Spiral of life and death.
We don't talk about that either.
Oh no, we're talking about that. You
I will
want to? You
bring
want
it
to?
up until you get off
Or
your
some
high
kind
horse.
of punishment.
But I like it. It's so
I often
high
think
up
about the
here.
God who blessed us
Also,
with
Yeah,
uh,
and that causes you to be so
Hey,
short-sighted.
wonder if
And
we'll
I can
ever
also
have the
spoil
JP, if you
Invincible
bring the
for you,
smoke-
and I know I'll guarantee you
JP,
shut
what?
up because I
Jesus
know
Christ,
Invincible
I'm
lore.
fucking with you, my God.
Yeah,
You
not
guys are
yeah.
like, getting
JP.
way too into this.
Your house
Well, then
squadron
again,
command.
one of us is
JP,
playing a
if
game
you're
on
afraid of
hard.
the
All
smoke, you
units have
can't be afraid
penetrated
of
the
fire.
stratosphere. Autopilot
What?
systems green across the board.
If you bring the smoke, you can't be afraid
This
of
is
fire.
Operator 6-0. All
Yeah,
units
you're right.
confirmed. We've passed the
Ugh.
50 threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Man,
Just like
Like-
she's mom
Once you
after my
reach your
night with her.
anti-air
It was
defenses,
great.
proceed to manual
Uh,
attack formation.
here's the thing: if
Destroy
you
the
did that, that would
Goliath
actually
unit
kill her.
fighting
Why?
in
Because if she gives
Evacuate
birth
base
again, that means she
Understood.
would die, which means you retroactively
Dude,
killed my
you
mom.
were dead silent.
12H down. All units activate manual
No, I would
mode
never
and rely
bang
on
somebody's
visual
mom, but
to
you know.
evade.
Yeah.
Already engaged. Free
I would.
unlocked.
Also, that's what condoms are for, but
Origin
anyway.
point of long-range lasers confirmed.
Yeah, tell that
Unless she has
to.
that thing where... You guys hear that thing? It's like a heart condition where if you have sex, your heart will just
11
fucking
feet down.
explode because
Our
blood pressure issues.
HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
Yeah, it's just causing high blood pressure. Anything to raise your blood pressure while you already have high blood pressure will probably burst a vessel.
You know what's
Or
funny?
Watching...
Is that I managed to do this on the
Fabulous Dimes,
Switch
poor Asian
first
couple had
try,
Requesting
but
permission to
when I try to
escape.
do it on PS4/5, I always choke. Whereas on Switch, I managed to pull it off, and I'm like, what is this weird dichotomy?
Down.
It's because you're streaming it. A person that
It's
can
stream-
beat
Fuck,
all
man,
of
I
Resident
swear,
Evil
it's real.
without... Someone who can beat all of Resident Evil 2 Remake without being hit a single time and without opening the item box
1D down.
can choke and die in the lab and have to restart the entire game for
It's like, I've beaten Pokemon
because they have
Nuzlocke
to talk.
off camera numerous times, but every time I go to do it on camera, everything dies.
Streamer luck is a hell of a thing.
I can't believe new gen. No, it's a new gen thing. The old gen way was you would call it the
Multiple surrounding
LT
anti-air
curse.
units confirmed. Requesting permission to assume
It's
all
always existed since the dawn of time, because people have been recording themselves. The act of having an audience and having to think without, with having
You're
to
like,
put
oh
your
shit, if I fuck up, my audience will hate me. You gotta kind of
Not
expel
that.
that thought from your brain.
It's the fact that she is, he may not be paying attention to the conversation, but he's still thinking passively funny things to say, insightful things to say. And
Yeah,
that
you
is
gotta think
where you-
conversation.
like,
Think.
you're splitting your attention.
4B down.
That's why I'm thankful I have fucked up I can't concentrate on multiple things at one issue, because then my brain stutters and stalls, and I just don't speak when I lock in.
Okay, here's a question.
If
You guys
can.
find your...
It would be fine if
You
I
guys
could
find
skip
yourself
these
in a
little
fantasy
scenes,
world.
but
Oh.
nope.
Understood.
Can you not just mash the X button? 'Cause
No,
it's not, holding down circles skips. But normally when you mash through the X button, it skips ahead in the dialogue tree up until combat starts.
No, for like this section, like the early parts where like they're talking to you, you can't skip those because they're trying to I guess, render in the rest of these sections, but it's still hella annoying. No,
You guys find yourself in a fantasy world brothel? Go on, G, I can...
no, you're good. I'm trying to lock in.
Alright, you guys find yourself in a fantasy world brothel. Your choices for brothel mates are a neurospicy orc with huge tits. A succubus who can't remember what the hell she's doing there. And a dwarf that's too big to be a dwarf. Who are you picking?
Alert. Heavy damage and chocolate. Alert. Large enemy group.
Honestly, all those seem like
Yes, I'm aware
bad
of
options
that.
and not fun.
Yeah, I know. But I am.
But it feels like you harked as three people's. I don't know. Maybe I. So, what was it? An autistic orc woman. A
Hey, succubus, I can't remember why the hell she's there.
Probably the Disney succubus who can't understand why she's there, because then she'll forget why I'm there, and then I can go do something else.
That would work.
I'll start be cooking food, and then I'll just tell her
Probably
that I gaslight her into thinking that I'm the house husband, and then she has to go out and find work as a succubus,
Enemies destroyed.
and then I just get to cook food.
Not quite.
If you're a succubus, there's not much to do besides fucking, because you also gotta fuck to feed yourself.
But I will make a
Is that
mean
on target?
burger.
Negative.
You say that, but
And that
there's
will-
a little anime called Interviews with Monsters. It says differently.
Responsible.
You don't say.
Are you talking about friggin'... Oh, what you're thinking you're talking about?
I'm not thinking of that other
We're gonna
one.
bring up
Which will come out first, GTA 6 or a third Nier?
relationship.
Fuck!
You know, interspecies is weird that I can see why they mistaked it for an ecchi, because there's no genitals shown. It's only, like, uncensored breasts. So I could see why they did that, in retrospect.
Which will come out first, GTA 6 or a
Like, yeah,
third
there's
Nier?
sex scenes, but it's, like, tame ones.
Which will come out first, GTA 6 or a third Nier?
It's
Isn't there
GTA
already a third Nier?
Oh, right, Nier Reincarnation.
No,
You mean a fourth one?
is that even a mainline game, or is that?
Yeah, it's a mainline game.
That's fair. I forgot about it because I assumed it was a side spin-off that's like 5 hours long.
It's a mainline game, essentially,
Like-
yeah.
Like, the only sex scene I saw from interspecies reviewers is literally
Everything
just a
that
tame
lives
under
is
the blanket
designed to
sex scene that
end.
you'd see in, like, a PG-13 movie.
We are perpetually trapped.
You think about that
And
until
a
they turn into
never-ending
women, and then it
spiral
turns
of life and
into full raw dog in it.
Is this a curse?
Does it actually? Because I've only
or
seen,
some
like, the
kind of
beginning of it.
punishment?
With,
Yes.
the pink-haired
I
princess
often
chick.
think about the god who blessed us with this
I don't
cryptic
know
puzzle.
because I haven't watched it
And
myself,
wonder if
but
we'll
one of
ever
my
have the
friends
chance to
watched
kill
it, and he
him.
said that it's
Oh, yeah, I
Storytelling.
forgot Reincarnation got end of service. Yeah, I remember now. Okay.
This is Command.
Yeah, that game's end of
Your
service.
squadron,
I
come in.
forgot. You can't play that no
Here.
more.
All units have penetrated the stratosphere.
Oh, that would
That's
explain why I
what
don't
I
care
feel
about
like.
it. And I deleted it from my memory because
All units confirmed. We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold. And
probably
are
didn't
proceeding toward the
register that a
target.
game that could end its service is counted as a mainline game and not like side story filler.
To manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath class unit
Just
by
since
any
it is
means
end of
necessary
service,
and gather
does it
what
count
you
as
can. Understood.
filler? this point because now it's just like a handful of recorded cutscenes.
12H down. All units activate.
I don't know.
Also, I love how
Rely on
redo of a
vehicles to
healer's
Already
counted as an anime and not a hentai.
Origin
It's also
point
the
for
same
range
reasoning
label
that it's also like the same mindset of gacha games becoming mainline games, aka they remake the gachas into full games. For example,
There we go.
Octopath Traveler 0. I want to say it's a remake, but it feels like it's more of a reimagining of the original game's plot.
It is a reimagining.
Requesting
Yeah.
permission to engage.
So
It's
is
a rematch.
Permission granted.
Doesn't it? I thought it was also a pseudo
Anyway.
prequel. Not everything was.
7E down.
Anyway,
Directly
I have an
from the-
entire office to clean, so I'm gonna leave you guys to it.
I
if you want
also-
to check out my stuff, people, it's Japan Lover 79 on YouTube. I do shorts, I do streams with these idiots, and I love.
You have not been active
Lucky
recently,
down.
though.
Assuming
I know, I've been busy. My sister has a baby on the way. I'm on babysitting duty. Shit's been happening.
you think Yoko
Yeah.
would make a reincarnation offline game? Yeah, I think that's what some people are hoping for. That they would make an
Sorry, what
offline
up?
version of that, which apparently when Nier Automata reached 10 million sales, which of course it did. It's the DMC5 thing, where for some reason most CAGs nowadays reach like 10 million sales after like 7 years or so, or 8 years depending on the CAG.
It's because 90% of people don't want to play character-action games, and unless it has a bunch of buzz like DMC5, where people actually care about it for once, and everyone buys it and plays it for a week. Everyone's gonna wait until it goes on hyper sale for like $5.
And then they realize it's peak, and then it just gets word of mouth. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's also the fact that, like, I think I mentioned this earlier, is that Square does want to do more with Nier. It's just the fact that they're doing the smart thing because they realize that no one can do Yoko Taro writing like Yoko Taro. It's really hard to do that. In fact, it might be impossible because he is what people like to call a weirdo, and in game development, weirdos are usually really hard to replicate. It's the same reason why Konami hasn't made MGS6. Why would they want to do that without Kojima? It's the same, and it's also the same reason why most likely DMC6 won't be a thing without, the original director, Itsuno. Which, oh yeah, speaking of directors and famous ones, did you know Shinji Mikami is working on a new game? And I can already smell another Evil Within situation a mile away.
I'm sure that wasn't an April Fool's post.
Nope, it was real. And I can already smell from the creator of Resident Evil in the marketing already. Because it's fucking Shinji Mikami. Because of course it is. But yeah, I have no clue what he's gonna be doing. Because he's apparently collabing with Shift Up, and I'm like, that's a weird pull. And I'm assuming it's because of Stellar Blade, so it can be one or two things. It's gonna be from the creator of Resident Evil, and then give us something that's not Resi, because of course that's gonna be the marketing. Or it's gonna be from the creators of Stellar Blade, and then just so happen to mention Shinji Mikami for like marketing.
You guys
From the
forget
makers
that
of Stellar Blade with the director of Resi.
Yeah.
you're also forgetting how much people buy Shinji's ability to work on games so they can make Resident Evil 4. It's going to be labeled as from the director of critically acclaimed Resident Evil 4 because as much as yes, Stellar Blade, people might like it. It doesn't have any name recognition. Who cares about Stellar Blade? You put Resident Evil 4 on there, and they're thinking of the remake, and they're like, "Oh, cool, sweet."
There's also the fact
What did they
that
give you?
Like, Stellar Blade's a more recognizable name than you think it is, right?
yeah, it's shocking.
I
It's
only bring it up because as a casual audience, you also have to be playing
Not
to a
quite.
casual audience.
Even to a casual audience, yeah.
like
Because everyone knew Stellar Blade as the big titty girl hack and slash game.
That our
yeah,
target?
or the game inspired by Nier Automata because
I would say
Dispatch it as swiftly
I
as
would
possible.
actually one up you on that and say people don't actually know that Stellar Blade is a video game. They know it as the big titty game. I don't think anyone actually knows what Stellar Blade is.
what also
per the
doesn't
title,
help
it's
is that
the Lunar game with the big titty lady.
what also doesn't help is the fact the fan base itself on release. I don't know if you know this. Did you ever see the release hype for Stellar Blade and all the people defending it? I think I talked about it. How much these guys are fucking morons because they were willing to play a game that had combat issues. Like for example, severe input lag at launch and had to get a pre-patch to fix it. So literally, they kind of had to. And they also have to censor outfits, and I'm like, well, here's the thing. Those outfits weren't really good to begin with. They're not really well designed at all, in my opinion. And it was only the 40-year-old gooners that were defending it. I kid you not. It was bad.
You're 2B, right?
When you
My name's
base your
9S.
game based off
I'm here to
of a
provide
gooner
support.
community,
Copy that.
So, was that big
you're
old
going to
buzzsaw the
get
Goliath you came here to
blown
take
out game
No,
designs
just
that
another
are
defensive system.
so over the top that they
Well,
look
I've got a
bad.
flight unit, so I'll take a
And
look around the perimeter.
All right.
People
I'll
that
work-
don't know the name of the game other than what it's done for. Like, how many people do you think know about Bioshock Infinite over Elizabeth from the Source Filmmaker animations?
Pretty much. It's also the same thing with like I said with Stellar Blade as well, because hold on, let me try to get my thoughts in order.
There's only one game franchise that I know that it has an equal number of Gooner Fate characters, and
Oh, I realized what I was going to say. What doesn't
people
help
that
either,
recognize
I think what
that-
doesn't... Oh, sorry.
Who got you? I was just gonna say, there's only one game series that has the name is recognizable as much as the Gooner Fate material main characters are, and it's 3 gacha games made by MiHoYo and that team. It's your Zenless Zone Zeros and your Hawkeyes.
I was also going to say that what didn't help either is the fact that Yoko Taro, like the director of Stellar Blade, said, oh, it's inspired by Nier, and that got people's attention for a bit. What didn't help either is that Yoko Taro immediately after said, oh, this game's better than Nier, and then a lot of people, for some reason, were taking that seriously, and was like, oh man, this game, the creator of Nier said this is better, therefore it's a good game, and I'm like, wow, y'all cannot tell what's a joke. Like, don't get me wrong, Stellar Blade is fun. Is it as good as Nier? No. It is a hack and soul, is what I like to call it, and what some people in the CAD community call it, a hack and soul, which has been getting a lot of recently. And
2B?
it's just fine. Eve has the personality of a cardboard box. The best she got is that she likes to collect cans. That's the best I got from her. And the combat is... it's something. It doesn't know what it wants to be, essentially. It's like, you have air juggles, but you don't have launchers. You have combos that can... like, you have a combo list, but most of them have, like, a shit ton of input lag. Or, like, end lag. It's weird. Like, it's fun. It's just... it's just not what people make it out to be, obviously. And for very obvious reasons. It is a game that exists because Twitter wanted something.
Negative. Nearby
And don't get me wrong, if they make it better with a sequel, then I'll gladly give it its flowers. And obviously they're working on it. They've confirmed they're working on a sequel already. And a lot of people are just straight up saying, dude, just copy Bayonetta. Just copy like DMC or Bayonetta with this. Because the Souls thing is not working out. Or they can go with the Sekiro route. You never know. Because the game is just... What if Sekiro had combos, essentially? It's essentially Stellar Blade's combat system. Like, it does what it needs to do. That's all I'm going to say. As for plot, the devs said it themselves. Despite it being, you know, directed by the Nikkei guy, which Nikkei's story is great, the devs intentionally went for a 70-30 split, and that 70% is gameplay. There is not much story to begin with. All you really get is the premise, and then you get some cutscenes after every big event, and then that's it. Most of it is exploration or combat. And considering this is the devs' first attempt at an action game like this, I think it's a solid first attempt for a game like Stellar Blade. That, and also because the fact that I think what also helped the game's success is the marketing. A lot of the game's marketing was probably perfect. I will say that, because great marketing can even sell
man,
7 out of 10 games.
I'm glad you're here.
Why?
Scanners like me mostly work alone.
After all, that's the thing
Scouting
people
out
fall
enemy
for the
lines and
easiest
all
when it
that.
comes to new
I
shit.
usually get a
You
partner.
give them good enough marketing,
fun.
even a 7 out of 10 game would look like a 9.
Sorry, ma'am.
And another thing, stop calling me ma'am.
Huh?
It's unnecessary.
All right then. To be it is.
Like, look what happened with Cyberpunk. People fell for the marketing of that game hard, and look what happened at launch. Yeah, nowadays it's fixed, but look what happened with... But that took literal years.
It's also still being fixed to this day.
Yeah. And that engine will proceed to get abandoned because the devs said it themselves. They are going to straight up abandon the engine because it too much. It too hard to work with. Because it is. Everyone know. I think you said it yourself. All of their games run like ass because their engine just sucks.
Yeah, there hasn't been a single launch that they have made that launched well. People glazed The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 was basically unplayable on PC due to the fact that any monitor screen above like 10 inches and like 720p caused the health bar to not exist, and the map to not exist, and all HUD elements to not exist.
Yeah. And not only that, when Cyberpunk's launch came out, people were bitching about the performance. Everyone that played Witcher 3 was like, what did you expect? This was the same company that had Witcher 3 at launch. Like, people were like really quick to remind people that, oh yeah, people are forgetting the Witcher 3 launch like this, and people still plays that game, believe me. Once the patches are out, people are going to start glazing Cyberpunk. And look what happened. The anime came out after the patches, and then 2.0 happened, and then all the marketing improved, and boom, look at that. The game is suddenly praised a lot more.
I guess humans used to use
It just took a few years of patching.
But now it's just crawling with machines.
And those that are new are saying, oh man, this game looks so cool. And then there are some people that are ain't shit, where it's like, oh, I loved the game before the patches, and I'm like, you're a liar. You are a liar. Because so much of the stuff that CDPR promised was not in the game. So,
Yeah.
if you say that you like the game at launch, and you said it was already great, perfect, even though it was obviously missing stuff, I don't believe you. Because I don't think people realize, or at least All right, actually, people do realize how bad the launch of Cyberpunk 2077 was. Like, it was bad. Was it as bad as like a game like No Man's Sky? No, because I don't think any game will have that much bad of a release. Not even Cyberpunk.
Yeah, but No Man's Sky had such goodening is the only way I can describe it, as to reference the end goodening video of No Man's Sky. Is there is hope. But you can't just ignore what a game launched like.
Oh, you died again.
Fuck this prologue.
At this point, just start death counter.
Yeah, I'm counting. It's at 4 deaths. No, not 4 deaths. I think it's more, like 6 or 7 or 8. I don't know. But yeah, it's like, people don't realize how bad Cyberpunk's launch was nowadays, because obviously they're playing it after all the patches, because there are people saying like, oh, the performance wasn't that bad. I don't know why people are shitting on it. Dude, I bought that shit on PS4. And I remember saying it myself that it is the most mixed bag game of 2020. It is, because it is literally so mixed that people's experience are different. No one had the same experience at all.
In a never-ending spiral.
There is no such thing as every game was buggy. I kid you not. There was a mix of people that were having the most buggy experience possible, and people that managed to somehow never see a single bug.
Have the chance to kill him.
There was no in between.
Yeah. I played the game on launch, and I had an okay time. It was super buggy, but everyone was making fun of it, joining on the fun. And then I played it after someone said that, hey, the game is good now, and I got it on PC. And I had the buggiest experience I've ever had in my life that I had to stop playing the game. I mentioned it before. There is a scene where my character and Jackie were T-posing through a void, sliding across the ground with NPCs that were unloaded, who also didn't have heads, T-posing, sliding at me in a white void and like a single gray box that was meant to be a building. And then the cutscene stuttered to a halt and then closed itself, because they put in a fail-safe, apparently, if you get that cutscene, because then it restarted the cutscene from scratch. It fixed this time. And then the rest of the game ran at like 10 FPS on PC.
Okay, so I looked it up. Apparently, you can't change the difficulty midway through, and there's a part of me that just wants to switch it to normal for the prologue and then switch it back to hard.
You didn't know?
No, I thought it was like you just gotta commit, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
No, you've always been able to change the difficulty.
I own this game
Do you never check if there's a difficulty setting?
I own this game for 6 years, and I never checked that. I thought you had to commit.
Oh my god, I forget just how much of an idiot you are at times.
You're talking to the same man that didn't know every single Ratchet and Clank subtitle was a pun, or a fart pun, or a sex joke.
Yeah, but that's a blink and you miss it kind of thing. Like, unless someone actively points it out to you, or you just catch on, you don't really notice.
It's also the way my brain works. When I play a game on hard mode, my brain is like, no, I refuse to change difficulties. I have to commit. Even when the game offers me it, it's like, no. It's also I think I blame DMC3 for this, mainly because of the fact that there are points in a game where I was just like, man, I feel like a bitch if I'm playing on normal. I need to play on hard because it's the only way. I want to suffer. I want to master this game's mechanics. And then I remember, oh right, I'm playing a game that's probably unbalanced. For example, Cyberpunk. I played that game on hard mode, man, fuck that game on hard mode. Actually, no, not hard mode, very hard, actually.
That's how I played it too. Yeah, I played that on very hard as well. Shit, up until you hit like level 20, miserable. Because it is. It also doesn't help that I went with a stealth glass cannon kind of build, so I actually had no health upgrades. So play very hard without leveling body for any health or armor bonuses.
Yeah, I got lucky because I got like I got an OP revolver to like help balance it out. But man, you are squishy in that. And it also comes to the argument again, as I said, action RPGs are just hard to balance. You want to have great gameplay, but also want to have the RPG aspect still take a hold. And unless your name is Kingdom Hearts, it's really hard to do. And ironically enough, it's why some action RPGs don't have a lot of stats. I know I brought up FM16 earlier, but that's a good example. That game only has like 6 stats. And most of them are literally, 2 of them don't do much.
We need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain. Understood.
And Nier Automata doesn't have as many stats either. It has not actually how many stats does it have? Like HP, then attack power, and then defense, and that's it. I don't remember. I'll probably check on it after I get to the fight. God. You know what's funny is that years ago I tried to do a Let's Play of Nier Automata years ago, back when I was still in middle school. Obviously that did not work out. And I hated it so much. Like, it was ass. And I sounded like a squeaker too.
Alert. Large enemy group detected.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
I think my first thing that I ever streamed was San Andreas, where I had my DS pointed to the TV recording videos on an SD card.
You see, the way I did it is because I think the way I did it was that I had a portable monitor. I have a suitcase that was like a 720p screen that my cousin gave to me, ironically enough, for free, because he came. Actually, funny story how I got that. So one time my cousins were visiting one day, and I went to go see them and hang out with them, and they had They had a PS3 with a copy of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 on there, and I'm like, ooh, Kingdom Hearts. I want to play it. I love 358 and Recoded and Dream Drop. I want to play that. And then I did. And then my dad was like, hey, you love it so much, right? And I'm like, yeah. You want to ask me to keep it? And I'm like, he's not going to let me keep this. There's no way. And I'm like, it's worth a shot. And I'm like, okay. And I asked him, hey, can I keep this? And he's like, oh, yeah, sure. And I'm like, wait, are you serious? And he's like, yeah. Are you sure? Yes. And I'm like, cool. And he's like, oh, so you can have the PS3 too. And I'm like, the fuck? So I got a free PS3 and a portable suitcase that I can use as a monitor.
Hell yeah.
This was in 2015. I've had this thing for 10 years.
I asked my friend, or my friend was selling was selling some of his old consoles, and I was buying them up off of him. And then he threw in an extra PS2 and brain flicking. Game Boy Advance for free. And Pokemon Sapphire.
Laser communications recovered.
And it's like, hell yeah, I didn't ask for any of these. I was just buying your old Xbox 360.
PON program download complete.
Yeah, and but at the same time, that was also how I broke my PS4, by the way, because I was a dumb kid. You want to know how I was disconnecting my PS4? Or turning it off? I was literally unplugging it from the console. Yeah. Because my dumbass was just too lazy to go to the power settings and then just turn it off. Like on the menu. Because my ass was too lazy.
I assume it's lazy to put it in rest mode each time you and just never turn off your system, which is probably better for your system at that point.
What ended up happening is that one day it got stuck on safe mode and it never got off of it, and because of that, I have to get a new PS4.
That's what happened to my PS4 originally, and that's where you decide to learn how PS4s works. You can fix it yourself if you don't want to buy a new system. And then you just force it out of safe mode. And that's why my console is currently on life support. And it will continue to be on life support, because I'll just keep fixing it.
The standard, most
Until
enjoyable
it's
difficulty, probably.
Now, boost it up to very hard.
Hell no. But, yeah. That's what I did with my old PS4, and it broke on me. And I had to get a new one. And I was stuck with my... Ironically enough, I was stuck with my PS3 for the longest time because of it. So I was stuck with Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 separately because they weren't bundled in yet. And until like the PS4 version. And Dead Space 3 and Infamous 1. Not 2,
There are
1.
worse games you could pick. Infamous 1 is the better Infamous game, though. So, you're fine. Infamous 2 kind of drops the ball, I feel. But Infamous 1 is peak. On the Infamous rankings, it goes Infamous 1, Second Son, and then 2, and then that one where you play as that one lady from the Second Son.
I never understood the hate for Second Son. What caused that?
A never-ending spiral of life and death.
Probably because it's hipster cringe, is what I always assume. Because Delson is... That's also be just people being racist, because Delson is Native American.
He's also a Comish, as he calls himself.
Yeah. Plus, I'm saying Native American to Seattle, Washington.
What doesn't help is the fact that I remember watching a G-Man Lives video, and and I feel like that's just him being old. He literally talked about how much he hated the designs because it was like some weird fashion trend at the time, and I'm like, fuck you mean, it looks great. And I just chalked that up to him just being old.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Old man yells at clouds. Man, while those youngsters wearing beanies and leather vests and they have chains.
I think the actual critiques I did, problems I hear that actually had merit was the fact that in terms of story, Second Son shouldn't have existed. Literally. Like, it was almost impossible for it to exist.
The whole point is Cole McGrath deletes it all.
Alert.
And especially since Cole McGrath is rumored to be alive in Second Son. That's another thing.
Requesting permission to engage.
Yeah.
But how Cole is also just still living.
Because I remember hearing about how the bad ending was meant to be canon, and then they changed it out to be the good ending. Because people, why'd they change it out again? Because people were upset that the bad ending was the bad ending, or some shit.
because it didn't fit the narrative. Because it's supposed to be the first ending, the ending is the bad ending, and then Cole is supposed to grow as a person in the second one. Because the first game, the bad ending is canon, or the evil ending. And then the second game, the good ending, is supposed to be canon. But, you know, the game's called Infamous, so just make the evil ending where you're infamous and bad and evil and everyone hates you the thing. Also, because I think, what's his name? Zeke, he dies in the bad ending of the second game, and Zeke shows up in Second Son. So they need him alive. So they need to kill the other Ice Woman, and not Zeke.
Man, Infamous is such a weird franchise. It's great. All the games are great, but at the same time, it feels like it's surreal. Like, I have like a lot of memories of it, but then there's a point of time where I forget what it is, and I'm like, wow, this feels off. And I remember, and
all three of those games are they're a time capsule of exactly where they are in history. You can't make Infamous 1 today just due to the fact that people don't know what it was like to live in those times. You can't make Second Son because people would count it as cringe.
Which some fans still do.
Which
ironically enough, graphically wise, Second Son still ages really well graphics wise. It looks great still.
Oh, the first two games also aged spectacularly.
Yeah.
All three of them aged well. It also helps that the first two games have comic book style cutscenes that are well drawn.
That and I just prefer Infamous's run and gun. Because Infamous Second Son's run and gun. Seconds and the originals are... The second's run and gun, but I think the first one's part cover shooter as well, because they had like cover elements for some reason.
I mean, they all had cover shooter. It's just that because Cole needs to get his power from electricity, you have to be able to go to the next electricity spot. Because what's his name? Second Son. John's second son. Since he doesn't need to get his power source from one source and can get it from Delson. It can be smoke, it can be neon, it can be radios, security cameras, all of that. You can stay in one spot, hide in cover, and do all that. But it is very run and gun. It's just Cole has to be on the move more often.
It also just the fact that I think it's probably just biased. I just found Delson more endearing.
Oh yeah. Well, because Delson is weird to play as an evil person, but it makes sense for him to be nice. And he's just an endearing person. While Cole is an asshole. Even while good, he's still an asshole. He begrudgingly helps the populace in all of his games. And that might irk some people. Even if he's being good, he's still a bit of a shitter at the end of the day.
Man, I really hope that Sony is able to get a PS3 emulator working someday, so we can get ports of those PS3 games. Because, man, the PS3 has so many hidden gems that actually I don't even know if they're even hidden to begin with. Because when I mean hidden, I mean games that no one talks about no more. That is what I mean to say. Like, no one talks about Infamous anymore. No one talks about Killzone anymore. No one talks about Sly Cooper. No one talks about Ratchet, or at least that era of Ratchet no more.
Unless you're animators, because there's an animator called Chocophone, and his biggest animations are Sly Cooper and Infamous, and all of those, because it hits that audience, and it's like Infamous animations in this economy And because no one else is doing it, it pops off. There are some people still keeping those alive, but it's on the animation side of YouTube, not the people that care about playing the games.
Yeah. It's also the fact that preservation-wise, it at least keeps them alive. We can at least play them in some
You're
shape or
2B,
form.
right? My name's 9S. I'm here to provide support.
Copy that.
So, was that big old
Because I think there is
buzzsaw
one
the Goliath
little bit of a
came here to
pet peeve
take
of
out?
mine that I still don't like about the PS4,
No,
despite it
just
still
another
being
defensive system.
arguably... Actually, no, it is the better console
I
compared to
guess
the
we have to
Xbox
find a
One.
target then, huh? I've got a flight.
Man,
All right. I'll
there
work
was
my
not
way
a lot of
inside
games
from
that
the
launched that
ground.
people cared about, at least from my knowledge. Because, yeah, people cared about Infamous, but...
On launch, the games that people cared about were also on PS3 or other consoles. Like, hey, would you like the Nathan Drake collection? You can buy that on launch. Would you like Metal Gear Solid 5? You can buy it on PC and Xbox, though. This is one of the only Metal Gear games that's on other consoles for once.
Yeah.
It actually plays well. It is in a fast form. Hey, do you like Killzone? Yes, but also this Killzone is kind of stinky. Do you like, what if we turn Medal of Honor into Medal of Honor Homefront, where it's like an urban guerrilla warfare type game? And it's like, maybe, it's fine, I guess. Sure. And then order whatever that game is called. It's a tech demo. It's your Rise Son of Rome of the Xbox or the PS4 Xbox.
As products, they're
It's a tech
good.
demo.
They're good. Like, story-wise, they're great. They weren't really... They were just made to be one and dones for the most part.
Ma'am?
What is it?
You
I was
wanna
going
buy
to send you the
NAT?
map data I collected
You
earlier.
know, NAT.
You know what's funny? Is that people like to
Hey, you like
drag
you
on...
like Little Big Planet? We do like Little Big Planet, but this Little Big Planet is a third-person beat 'em up, and not like a creative level maker disguised as a platformer. But it's a platformer. But no, we're gonna make the new Little Big Planet game a top-down beat 'em up, like isometric beat 'em up, for some reason.
Little Bit Planet... I think Little Bit Planet 3, right? Where...
No, Little Big Planet 3 was still on the PS3. No, was it?
PS4.
Little Big Planet 3 also, maybe I'm not sure. I thought it was also on the PS3.
No, it was PS4. And it came out like in 2015, and that game was rough.
Okay, well,
I think the isometric one you're talking about
that game
is
stinks.
Sackboy, Little Big Planet, Sackboy's Big
Sackboy is
Adventure.
different.
Yeah, but that one's good. That one's
Yeah,
competently
Little Big
made.
Planet 1, kind of. It's not Little Big Planet though, because Little Big Planet is a level builder.
Oh yeah,
It's a level builder.
it's very Super Mario 3D World. That's how I describe it. It's fun, but not what do you expect from Little Big Planet? Because the main developer is
call it
focusing on
more-
something called Dreams, which I have, and oh my god, I get it. Game development's hard, and especially if you're new. I understand that. Man, I keep forgetting that creative freedom doesn't guarantee you're gonna make a good game. Because here's the truth: not everyone has the creativity to make every banger. Not everyone's Toby Fox. Not everyone's Kojima, and you got to remember that.
Yeah. Gotta respect dreams though. Without it,
You know, ma'am,
Oh yeah.
I'm glad you're here.
Like, I'm glad it exists. It allows people to like get that early practice in. Because ironically enough, from like people that have played it and actually use it,
Emotions are prohibited.
it's and then from people that actually develop with Unreal and shit, people are like, yeah, Dreams is a good way of getting like practice in. Like, yeah, it's not gonna teach you coding, but it's gonna teach you like basic level design philosophy, level pacing, how like trying to focus in on what you want in your game. Like, do you want it to be a story-based game or do you want it to be action-heavy? Like, which one do you want? and it helps you like figure out what to prioritize and learn how to manage making a game. And obviously some of it's to varying success, but it works. It's good for practice. That's what it's meant for. Also, sorry if I cut you off.
Does that really well. No, it's fine. I was just gonna say, something, Loaded Planet, something. It's good to have those types of creative sandbox games that allow you to think for yourself and make levels. And Little Big Planet Big Adventure is not that. It is a okay, pretty average beat 'em up.
Not really a beat 'em up either. Like I said, it's 3D World. It's not really a beat 'em up. It's just Mario 3D World. Which I like that game, so I like 3D World.
But it is a beat 'em up though, because the entire game is about running through like semi-linear levels and beating the shit out of enemies with a square combo.
This place sure is big.
Kinda, but not really.
Humans used to use it as a weapons
I know
factory.
because I got it for free thanks to PS Plus, and I was able to play through it a bit, and I'm like, wow, yeah. I don't know, like I don't.
The only thing I
consider it a
remember,
Destroy it. We'll just keep coming.
I do the same way that I consider Crash Bandicoot, Clash of the Titans, and Mind Over Mutants not platformers, despite the fact that they have platforming. But there's a emphasis on beating up the enemies. You're comparing like Mario 1 and 2 to like Mario Galaxy. It's one is a lot more focused on the planets and beating up the enemies and doing spins and shooting stars at people and fighting enemies, compared to Mario 1 and 2, which is go left to right really fast and beat the level while avoiding most enemies and sometimes jumping on them. But no, it's
I'm guessing this is for later on, but yeah, it is a good game.
it's a lot cast
but
out.
it's definitely not what you want from Little Big Planet.
No, what I want from Little Big Planet is a level builder that has levels made by the developers
What?
that can give you an inkling of what you could do.
From the old world, there's no actual meaning behind anything machines do.
Also, fun fact, did you know that Little Big Planet is the creator of one of the most popular analog horror things?
Why? Wait, what? Why?
Because the Boiled Man is a Little Big Planet analog horror thing.
You kidding me?
Yeah. The fun fact, did you know that Little Big Planet is also responsible for bringing Chris Chan to the mainstream?
Oh, was he like a Little Big Planet guy?
They did skits on Little Big Planet back in the day. I mean, they always existed as the person that made Sonichu, but like on YouTube, it's Little Big Planet skits.
The fact that even Sega knows about that, and I'm pretty sure they regret it now. I know for damn sure someone made a Sonichu mod for Racing Cross Worlds. I know for damn sure they did.
I genuinely fucking hope not.
I hope not either, but if they did, I wouldn't be surprised.
Controls are locked and cannot be used. is advised.
I know.
And this game has a lot of weird tech that the game just straight up doesn't tell you. And by tech, I mean, oh, here's some actual mechanics that the game straight up doesn't tell you that it can do. Like, for the longest time, I didn't know you could actually do a launcher until recently when I watched Combo Meds, and I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? I don't know how to do a launcher. Then I realized it's the Bayonetta type launcher, where you immediately go square, jump and triangle. But it's only triangle. You can't do it with square, and it sucks. You can only do it with your heavy attack.
You can do it with square if you get it and put it into your perfect dodge. If you combine your launcher into a perfect dodge, it does count as being able to do it with square.
Yeah, but like doing it like on command is, yeah. I'd rather you be able to do it on command as well.
Yeah.
Because even like I don't know.
Then yeah.
Sorry.
I was gonna say then yeah, I get it. I also only launch or use launchers in response to enemies, so having it being a part of a perfect dodge is perfect for me.
Yeah. This game is
Going
like
for Frontiers, but not racing across world.
Oh.
I don't know. Moved it somewhere?
Ask and you get the info, dipshit.
No, that's not what I mean. It's like,
The
man.
birds? Yeah, there's more plants
Now I
and
gotta
animals
look,
here than there
but
used
why
to be.
Frontiers?
Probably
Like, I
because
get
the
it, Frontiers
environment's
is good, but man, why do you gotta? You were gonna put Sonichu in anywhere. Why didn't you put it in at least one of the more mid Sonic games? And
Well,
racing cross world mid.
no, I mean stuff like 06 or Shadow the Hedgehog or fucking Sonic Shuffle. I don't know. Like, I had a feeling it was somewhere.
Sonic Pinball coming to you.
If it was in Generations, I wouldn't be surprised because it's Generations. That was, ironically enough, one of the more modded Sonic games at the time. Like, there was a period in the 2010s, early 2010s, where there was just a lot of Sonic mods, from my knowledge. Because Generations was, I think, the start of people realizing the Hedgehog engine's super moddable. It's just how to describe it.
Alert. High power jamming detected. No
But
response
actually, no,
from
there's no way to
operator
describe it. It's just,
communications.
yeah, the Hedgehog engine at the time was very moddable. And I don't. Also, another critique of this.
Canon Sonic is,
Yeah.
or put Sonic to it.
You know what I find funny is that for some reason that you can't lock on hard mode, and I find that weird because why?
Because it makes it harder.
Like, if it's because of the whole thing with your pod, then that doesn't make sense because lock on makes the shots scatter anyways. So there's not really a reason to do that. Because ironically enough, Replicate doesn't do that. At least the remake version. Because you can play on hard and it won't keep away your lock on. So I don't know why Automata did this. Also, now I randomly bring it up. What's an OST from any game that's like super chill and it just you put that on whenever you just want to chill out? Like it's like super calm.
Silent Hill.
Arvestella.
With me, it's ironically enough FF15.
You all know the funniest thing? I'm playing FF15 right now, and I switched out the music to be the Nier Automata soundtrack that they put in the game.
That's funny. It's gonna be so funny.
If they have Final Fantasy There's a bunch
13.
of what? Let me count all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, or 6, 7, 9. No, 8. The missing Final Fantasy 6 with music, or I'm missing it. 9, 10. Lots of 11. 12, 13, 14. Lots of Nier. And then, yeah, there's all that.
Man, I'm so used to playing Ninja Gaiden 4 from that. Because I don't know if you know this. Did you know Ninja Gaiden 4 has like 7 different parries? And because my brain is platinum coded for this game, here's the thing. I remember I mentioned earlier, I have presets for when I play certain games. NG4 updated my presets for platinum games to like have a bunch of defensive options. And my brain is like, oh, attack their attack so that way you can do a perfect attack or counter. And I'm like, well, shit, that's not here. I forgot. This was before platinum knew what parries were. Because obviously, platinum never knew what parries were.
Right. I'll provide support.
Until like NG4 apparently. They also didn't know what a block button was, unless you count Metal Gear Rising.
Enemy attack from below. Proposal. Evade.
You're forgetting about Wonderful 101 existing. Wonderful 101 not only has a dodge, but also a parry and a block.
Yeah. Those are more of the exceptions to the rule, now that I think about it. Like Metal Gear Rising and Wonderful 101 are the exceptions. Other than that, most of their games are dodge only.
Yeah. Because, you know, well, Revengeance doesn't have a block. It has a parry and a not perfect parry, which has a very, like, almost 30 frame window of the non-perfect variant. But you know, Wonderful 101 has Guts, which you can hold indefinitely to parry, and then it has Spiked Guts, which is if you get the perfect parry off, the enemy is not only stunned, but the spikes come out and stab the shit on them.
Still upset we're never getting a sequel to that because 101 flopped. And even with the remastered, no one cared, unfortunately.
I still hold hopes for Wonderful 102, where Luca is the main character, and it's bad because Luca kind of sucks.
It probably won't happen because Kamiya, despite him being not that much of a story guy or a nice person, because I don't know if you know this, but I think I told you about his little, if you question him in anything, oh no wait, that's Harada. Basically, if you talk shit to him or annoy him, he will block you almost instantly. Like, Kamiya loves to block you. Like you ask anything of him, he will block your ass.
Send a support request to command.
Negative. Communications have been jammed.
And I'm guessing some people that asked for Wonderful 102 got it blocked immediately, because I feel like he's upset about that too, so he doesn't like to be reminded about it.
Yeah. It just had me with a question, though. For those in chat and you guys, what is your favorite of the Wonderful 101 main color characters?
Also, that's the Wonderful 101 I like. Like, a lot of the characters are so quirky. And ironically enough, the funniest parts of the game are when you mess up. Funnily enough.
Yeah.
Like,
I was thinking about it. It's like, man, if they do a Wonderful 102, they have to keep the regular. They still have to keep Wonder Red, Wonder Red. Blue still has to be blue. Yeah, I don't think you could replace any of them except for probably Wonder White and Wonder Black because they're kind of ridiculous.
Inadvisable. The subject's vital
It's like,
signs
oh yeah,
are
Wonder White speaks in haikus, and Wonder Black plays on his video game all day.
I want to say that if there's a Wonder Purple or not, but I think Wonder Purple's Vorkin.
Technically, that is also Wonder Black because all their moves are purple.
We take pride in our service.
Because Wonder Bomb is a purple move.
HO-229 Flight Unit. Command 677 received.
But there could be
Usage
duplicate
transferred
letters
from
because
9S
Morgan's
to
sister,
2B. Requesting
the
acknowledgement.
officer, hers is also pink, but you make a heart.
Also, on topic of Nier, I like how I remember I mentioned earlier they sold 10 million copies, and apparently Square was like, "We're working on a new Nier project," or at least implied, because he said something about it, and I'm like, watch. And my brain, cynical part of me, is saying, watch it be a random collab with another game, and that random collab being fucking Bayonetta. For like a secret enhanced port for the Switch 2 or some shit. Because they did the same thing with Gravity Rush, which, man, play Gravity Rush. Gravity Rush 1 and 2 are great. 2 especially. The first one is definitely a tech demo of sorts.
Should be able to take it over.
The first one exists.
Second one's the one you're after. The fact it's implied they're even making a movie about that, which is funny, because it's like, there's got to be someone at Sony that still feels upset about Gravity Rush, because there's no shot that there's someone at Sony that actually cares about Gravity Rush, because it's like, it's Sony we're talking about. They're one of the most nitpicky companies I've ever seen.
Significant it is. I don't know.
You just die already!
Wow, I was literally right there when I died on hard in this section. I was literally right there.
Hey, you beat it.
Yeah. Imagine that new project is just a fucking port.
Talk about
again.
Bringing the battle
and
to
it's
them.
like, why?
To be.
Contact command. Request assistance.
Like if it's next gen ports, I'm just gonna be kind of, eh.
It doesn't look like that's
like
going to be
it's
necessary.
nice to have if you never played Nier before and you have the console, but why?
Oh, great.
Because re-releasing the same game over and over again when you know it's going to sell
Oh, that's a
is
lot.
easier.
Oh yeah, Last of Us, yeah.
I
Which
don't imagine that this is going to end well.
I mean, some games that don't sell well or no one cares about kind of need to keep re-releasing the same games over and over again to even remain relevant and exist in the first place.
unless
Like,
your
hey,
name
guess what?
unless your name is Beyond Good and Evil.
I was gonna say, yeah, Beyond Good and Evil. That game has been released like 6 times, and each time no one really buys it. But it's enough to keep their company still going, which means that the second game isn't canceled until their company goes under. But because they keep releasing the same games, or the same one game, for like the 8th time, but this time with better graphics.
Yeah.
And it plays better.
Alright.
You keep going.
Yeah.
Okami is the same way. No one cares about Okami.
Until Okami 2
But
came out.
that game keeps getting released. Even then, no one cares about Okami 2. People like Okami 1 more, I feel.
Well,
Okami 2 came out?
No, not yet. Okami 2... Well, if you want to get technical, Okami Den is Okami 2, but actual Okami 2 is not out yet.
I was gonna say there is a sequel to Okami. It isn't called Okami 2, but you play as a little baby
pupper.
Little pupper. You're checking my ankles, kitty.
So,
Some games you just need to
mission
keep
complete and all that,
re-releasing
huh?
the game that no
The
one cares
Goliaths were
about
wiped out, and we secured a
to
route
get
into enemy
like 2
territory.
more people to buy it,
Now we can-
and the same people that will always buy it to buy it
9S.
to keep your company
Yeah.
afloat. And then sometimes
Thank you
it's the last of us.
for uploading my data
That's
to
where
the
you
bunker.
you keep re-releasing the same game because you know people will buy it, and it doesn't need to be
I did that?
re-released.
Sorry, I don't
Yeah.
remember. There wasn't a whole lot of bandwidth down there, you know? I probably only had enough time to back up your memories. Mine are only intact up to the point just before we rendezvoused.
I see.
Glory to mankind.
I'm just gonna explain a little funny thing that happened recently,
Glory
and it's gonna be funny.
to mankind.
You know, despite the whole sex appeal with 2B, I can't deny Nier Automata's art style is amazing. Like, I think that's one thing Drakengard, even Drakengard got right. The art style is great. Like, that is one thing I will never give shit for Drakengard or Nier. Anyways, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, funny story that's been happening recently with my sibling. So, after I got my Switch 2, obviously I gave my old Switch to my sister. And in case you want to know how she's been treating it, she's been loving it. She never stops playing it. And you want to know what she's been playing as of recently? And it scares me. She's been playing Cuphead.
That's not her. Oh my.
The handful of survivors that remain.
And she was like, man, this game is so much fun. And I'm like, yeah, it is. And I'm like, yeah, why don't you want to play with me? And I'm like, yeah, I'm talking with friends.
Deploying an army of androids from a network of orbiting bases.
The kids are just built different. You might go back to a game as an adult and be like, I was stuck on this as a kid, and it's like the most piss easy puzzle you've ever seen, or simple platforming. And then you go back to Cuphead as an adult, and it's like, how the fuck did I beat this? Type of patience and brain chemistry allowed me to do this with these reaction times.
Pretty much. And I what's a game you were good at as a kid, and then you look at it back nowadays, and it's like, how did you beat this as a kid? For me, I think it's gotta be, I think Kingdom Hearts Recoded on Critical.
Hello? Go ahead and adjust your settings so you can hear me, alright?
Crash Bandicoot,
Adjust the settings until
the
you
original
can hear my
trilogy. I
voice.
can't beat those games nowadays. I'm just bad at them.
Could
I
you try and
suck.
pick up the
But I
pace a
beat
little
all the
bit?
Crash games as a kid,
This is getting
100%.
embarrassing. Ma'am, are you there? Can you hear me? Hello? Go ahead and adjust your settings so you can hear me, alright? Adjust the settings until you can hear my voice. Could you try and pick up the pace a little bit? This is getting embarrassing. Ma'am, are you there? Can you hear me? Hello? Go ahead and adjust your settings so you can hear me, alright? Adjust the settings until you can hear my voice.
It's so neat
could you
that
try and
that
pick up the pace
moment
a
where
little
you're
bit?
just going through the settings
This is
was
getting
recorded for
embarrassing.
when you reach
Ma'am,
9S's
Are
route.
you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I know.
I love how they do it.
I'm just fucking with this man.
Go ahead and adjust your settings so you can hear me, alright? Adjust
Yeah,
the
but that also
settings
means it's
until
going
you
to
can
take
hear my
longer
voice.
for this to go through when you're on 9S's route.
I know, but it's so
Yeah, 'cause
worth
you see
it.
the same
Try and
cutscene.
pick up the pace a little bit? This is getting embarrassing. Alright, are we good now?
I'm gonna troll.
Oh. Anyway, that takes care of the settings. Hold on. Your self-destruct.
You think 9S made people realize they're into twinks?
Wait a sec. We need to restore those. I could set it
I would
for
argue
you, but you should
Gwendolyn
probably
did
do
that
it
before
yourself.
9S did.
Regulations and all, you know.
Yeah, but Gwendolyn is a different experience because that isn't more so Wing
Okay, good.
and
If things go
more
wrong during an op, you may have to sacrifice
effeminate.
yourself in order to finish it. So
me,
once you're finished making adjustments, you can go ahead and close this
because
out.
there is a difference. There's
Fem-
effeminate men and men who are effeminate.
Yeah, there's femboys, like for example, Astolfo, and then there's twinks for like 9S, for example.
Yeah, you wouldn't call Felix a twink. You call Felix a femboy. You would call RA2 Leon a twink.
Morning.
Nine S.
The commander's put me in charge of your maintenance.
Man, there's some weird ass
That means
film
I'll be
grain on
performing
my
regular
that
checks
I
on you
can
from
see.
now on.
Y'all probably can't see it. There's some weird ass film grain I'm
I
noticing.
see.
Oh,
and
don't worry. We 9S models are the best around.
Not really
you
a
know.
fan.
Though I suppose we're not exactly known for our modesty.
Nine
Mo-
S.
not known for modesty, says
What
the
is it, ma'am?
twink.
Stop calling me ma'am.
Huh?
There's no need to be so formal.
All right. If you say so. Oh, I almost forgot. The commander was calling for you. We'd better go see what's up, man. 2B.
Let's see. What can I get? The fact you gotta buy the EXP gauge is so funny.
Yeah, you know what? It's one of my favorite things about this game is the fact that you can turn off stuff you don't care about, like health bars. Sometimes you really need to squeeze in that extra thing, so turn off enemy health bars. You need to know their health bars; they'll die when they're dead,
Pretty
and
much.
that's like 2 slots. I don't need to know my XP bar. I don't need to have a map or a mini map if I play the game enough. Also, Christ, the rain's coming down sideways.
Then there's damage values, which you don't really need either. Holy shit, that's 3 slots.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
damage is damage. You'll know, and if you have the health bars on, it doesn't really matter, because you'll know whether or not they're gonna. Before I actually continue, hold on. There we go. Now the pain can continue. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see if I can save my game.
You need to be near an access point to save your data.
Hold
You
on,
can
I want
see
to do
access
something real
points on the
quick. Hold on.
close-range map.
I'm
Be
gonna
sure
do
to
something.
save often.
I know. Anyways. Quick save. Anyways.
Hell yeah. Don't forget, you can do another ending right now as well by taking out your OS chip. You can get 3 endings before you even make it to the main world.
By
Which is
self-destructing.
die in the tutorial.
Yeah.
Destructing, taking out your OS chip. And you can then get another ending as soon as you land by fishing up a mackerel or any other fish and then eating it. If you want to get a 4th ending.
By self-destructing at the bunker, the entire structure ended up exploding in spectacular fashion, but hey, it sure did look pretty from Earth. Somewhere in the depths of space, the commander still floats about with a stern look on her face. Automata debunked. You know what's funny? I think like a year ago, I got bored as usual. I got bored one time, and I'm like, "Is there any Dragon Guard near fix that exist?" And I found one, and it's like, what if Kaine, A2, and Zero were in the same room together, and it went as well as you expect.
Yeah.
It went as well as you'd expect it to.
I mean, the pick. To be honest, I don't know how to expect from a Nier slash
Dragon Guard crossover, yeah.
Dragon Guard fix, or any sort of fix, because are they gonna go full or nihilism, or is it going to be? Because everyone likes the nihilism aspect of Nier. I like the what is the word for it?
I like how 9S is the only guy here, while everyone else is like a chick.
I don't know. I mean, 9S follows, to be honest.
Well, obviously because Yoko Taro
9S
is like,
I think, what?
Ah, 2B. Maintenance finished? Yes, Commander. You detonated your black box in order to defeat the enemy. Bold, but risky. Try not to be so reckless next time. Understood. I know you're fresh out of maintenance, but I have another mission for you. I need you to head to the surface, rendezvous with the Resistance, and do some recon.
Doesn't Yorha have a dedicated Resistance contact already?
We haven't been able to get in touch with them, so we'll need you to look into that as well. Understood.
Man, I know Nier Automata's OST is so chill.
The surface? That means we'll be getting flight units, huh? Better head for that.
Oh yeah.
Usually
Not one of my favorite OSTs, just due to the fact that
too bad they can't mass produce these things yet. The hangar's up ahead. Let's go.
I wonder how early I can get the engine
Sorry,
blade, because I
like-
want to get the engine blade as early as I can.
You can get it at the beginning of the game, I'm pretty sure. It's right next to, because I know I got it at the beginning of the game. You get it at the same time when you get the quest to pick up your greatsword that you lost by dying. And you go pick up your greatsword, and then you check out the vending machine nearby, I'm pretty sure. I think. I could be wrong.
Hey, 2B. Why do you think they sent a combat
Yeah, because I know
model
there's
like
two
you or
weapons that you can
recon
get.
down?
There's
If all they wanted
the
intel,
engine
scanner
blade, and you
models
get the
are built
stick
for
from
that
Dragon
kind of
Quest.
thing.
Orders are orders.
All right, all right.
And it also straight up changes the font for the damage numbers too, to be like FF15's damage font. Or if you get the stick, it's Dragon Quest damage font.
Weaponry installed from here on out. I'll put up instructions for you. Make sure to commit them.
If there is
You
one...
know that. The only...
Oh, sorry.
I do remember the rusty pipe. You can get the rusty pipe pretty early on if you want to rock that weapon as well.
What's the
It's
rusty
not a
pipe
reference
from?
weapon, I don't think. Unless
Oh, it's just there?
I don't... Yeah, it might be a reference to Hagar because it has a chance to one-shot most enemies because it has fucked up damage scaling. That could be a Street Fighter reference, but I doubt it. Yeah,
Yeah.
the damage on the rusty pipe is, it does anywhere from like 50 damage to 1,000. It's stupid.
Isn't there a second pipe that you have to get through fishing?
Yeah, that is the type I'm talking about. You fish it out of the sewers, and the damage numbers on it are busted overpowered. But the damage numbers also range wildly.
2B, come in. I've set a landing point for your flight units. You'll be touching down quite a ways from the Resistance camp, unfortunately. Sorry for the trouble, but we can't risk the enemy discovering their position. Understood. Good luck down there.
I also like Yoko Taro's naming scheme sometimes, Because obviously Drakengard, he's being edgy, like specifically with 3, where he's like, yeah, your main character is 0, then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes, those are the main bosses' names. Which, like I said, I need to play Drakengard 3. It looks so ass, but in the best way possible.
Unfortunately, that is the only one that I haven't beaten the Drakengard games.
Well, it's a Muso, and from
So,
what I saw from like gameplay snippets, it looks like it's very linear. Like it's a very...
Yeah, I just remember the game existing and me not beating it because by the time I was playing through 3 was when Automata came out. And then I went to Automata.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, wasn't Drakengard 3 a very late PS3 title? Like very late, like 2014 late?
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I think it was 2014. Because that was around the time the PS2 was dying out, and Drakengard 3 was in development for a while, I'm guessing. So they had no time to port it to PS4, because it was like, who gives a shit about this series? Nier flopped, so who gives a fuck? And Drakengard exists. It's a series known for being obscenely edgy. Who gives a fuck about Drakengard? Because it's Drakengard. And then I think Yoko Taro got one last chance with Nier Automata, and then, oh, look at that. Everyone loves Nier now, apparently. And then you got the people saying, I liked Nier before it was cool. Which, clearly have played Nier probably before Automata. Like, they probably heard Automata was like a sequel from somewhere, and it's like, oh, I'll play the original Nier. And just so happened to have an OG 360 or an Xbox One that just recently got the patch to be backwards compatible to play it on there.
Did it even come out on Xbox? I played it on PS3.
It came out on PS3 and Xbox.
I just assumed it was I thought it was a PS3 exclusive.
No, it was Xbox and PS3.
They can Okay. Yeah, I played it on PS3 back in like 2012, 2013. And then I then worked backwards and then never beat 3 of the Drakengard games.
Yeah.
That's why these Final Fantasy dungeons. These enemy encounters are not built for your sanity.
Yeah. Here's the calm music.
I just want two Yojimbos and a punch him in front of this.
This is giving me an idea. For those in chat and y'all not to know, I'm making a D&D, and this is actually, now that I think about it, this is going to work well with the encounter I have in mind. Or at least in a screenshot I can take, which, now I gotta find a good spot to take a screenshot, because if there's one thing about Nier it's really good at, is that despite the graphics being, I'm not gonna say bad, it's not, it's just the fact that it's Platinum's engine. Platinum's engine's not made for graphical fidelity. So art style really does carry a lot of their stuff.
It's hard to get an accurate picture from this.
The DLC add in a photo mode.
Hopefully they deploy some new satellites soon.
Let me check, because I have the DLC installed. Play records, controls, settings.
Because I remember the DLC added in a photo mode because with the DLC came an out of bounds Easter egg that was supposed to be plot relevant. And like the Yoko Taro was teasing the last big secret of Nier Automata for like years. Because, hey, here's a photo mode, and also I hit something out of bounds.
A general idea is good enough.
You don't let anything get in your way, do you?
Also, I want to ride the moose. Get over here. I want to ride you.
Can you ride the moose without the handler saddlebag thing?
Oh, you need.
The
Oh yeah, you
bag
need that. I
makes
forgot.
it-
I forgot you needed that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a thing where animals don't run away from you that way.
I also need to find some healing because I'm kind of low. Man, the City of Ruins OST is so good. It's such a shame it gets depressing in the later parts. And I like a little neat detail I do love about Nier as well is the more quests you do, the more instruments get added.
I think one of my favorites is still from Nier Gestalt / Replicant is that the music of the hub world is being played physically in the world. Because hey, do you want to know who's doing the sound music for Nier Gestalt? It's Devla and Popola.
So this is the resistance camp, huh? We should probably go talk to their leader
Because
first.
Devla or Popola, I forget who is the musician, she's playing on her harp. Or technically lyre because it's a handheld harp. Just there.
It's just quiet.
Hmm. Kind of sucks that the save points don't heal you, but hey, whatever. I'll just get heals. I got money.
If you like a technical self-destruct, and you can heal yourself that way.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me leave the area because I don't want to have NPCs in the zone. I think there's an ending for killing everyone in the resistance as well. Oh well, that happened. Oh boy, I forgot.
Oh, did you survive it?
I survived
you survived your explosion. I forgot you also. Forgot you can survive your explosions.
You also,
Duh.
you also lose the dress.
Like, why do you think there was so much fan art of 2B without her skirt?
Okay, I'm putting that back on.
Because people are viewers.
Shit.
Yeah. Probably because I completely forgot that you can survive your explosions. And I never used the explosion feature because why would I do that? I would die. That I forgot that her skirt comes off when you explode.
You know what's funny? I found this comic for a Nier crossover with Metal Gear Rising, and it's so funny. Of like 2B and 9S are like in awe of meeting Raiden, and then Raiden's having this like what's the word? Crisis where it's like, am I really human anymore? Or am I just a weapon? And then they're like, oh my god, he's questioning his existence.
So adorable. He's having an existential crisis. Baby's first existential crisis.
The fucked up thing is that I feel
Man,
like
Raiden gets it wrong. Every single game is his existential crisis.
he gets one every game. It's like normal at this point. That's his thing. He's always getting one.
It's, hey, your first mission was entirely manipulation. Hey, your fourth mission is entirely your body not existing and your wife and boss lying to you that you're in the cuff chair now.
Yeah, not just that, the executive one too.
Yeah, and then it's it isn't the cuff chair. Don't worry. We were punking you because we knew that the Patriots had their fingers on you, so we were trying to punk the Patriots.
Number 2.
Also, here's a kid.
You know
I had
that
a
2B?
kid while you were away.
Yes.
Meet
well,
him.
the
His name
bunker
is
told me to
John
expect you.
or Jack
My
or
name is
something. I
Anemone.
don't know.
I'm the leader of the
And
android
then
resistance that controls
and then
most
his
of
son
this
is never
territory.
referenced
You must
again.
be the new scouts we heard about. Well, I'm sure my people will have plenty of information for you. Please feel free to ask them anything you like.
It's so funny to think about that. Technically, if humans were actually still alive in Nier, because I think we all know the real plot. Unless, bro, did you beat Nier Automata?
Yeah, I got all 26 endings. Yes, I know it.
Okay, it will be so.
Also, it's also spoiling for the replicants as well that all humans, you know.
All humans kick the bucket. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, because it's implied through like 90% of the base game that you are still human. Because in your replicant slash gestalt, you don't know that you're a robot. No one knows that you're a robot. It's in fact a, you know, when you first beat the game, you're a human trying to not turn into salt, and then you wake up with your daughter in a new town that you've apparently lived in this whole time, and you be a dad slash an older brother if you're playing replicant.
Yeah, I was about to say that if humans were still alive, I'm pretty sure they would have taken top priority to defend. Like, immediately, every single android, including the Resistance, is like, you're our top priority now. Like, I'm pretty sure that's going to be the case if that were humanity was still alive in this verse. I think if I remember correctly, the chest was here for that Dragon Quest one, and then there was another, and then the one for Noctis's Engine Blade was somewhere else.
Potentially, there is one human left alive. One. Maybe. And that's a big maybe. But I can't say because it's spoilers for Replicant.
It's why I brought up the comic earlier.
There might be there's 1 to 2 people that are still alive and are humans and replicants. Which means that maybe if those characters are still alive in this game, in some way possible. It's weird because you've already, since a pro, you've done the Kaine quest in this game of getting the flowers for Emil, the ones that Kaine always wore.
Yeah.
She is. Shoot, I can't say it because it's spoilers. And then Emil. Okay, do you guys just want me to stop talking, or should I mention replicant spoilers?
That's up to Shu.
Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So Emil isn't you know how Emil is like a car in this game, and you've seen the promotional material. He's like a floating wizard child.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, Emil's just a human kid in Replicant. He's just a kid, like maybe even flesh and blood, real human. Because he's kept in like the equivalent of like no bacteria can get inside of this bubble his entire life.
He was a bubble kid.
And Kaine is also human. Yeah, so Kaine and Emil are humans in Nier Replicant. But, you know, Kaine is human, so she dies of old age, and Emil turns into a nuclear bomb. And then he turns into that skull.
He's also,
mask-head kid.
And he's also a secret boss in this game, if I'm aware. And what do you even get for beating him, anyways? Like, nothing, or...
The final ending.
That's it?
Other than the final end. Yeah, because it requires you to get all the other endings. But not give up your save file data for ending E.
Yeah,
but
it's
you
all
also
of the
have to like
except
max
the-
out every weapon in the game.
Yeah, 'cause you have to
Oh.
know
But I don't know
all
what else you
stories.
get from it.
You get his. No, I thought you got his mask. Where, like, how when you fight
I thought you got
his
that
house.
before the fight, though. Because, like,
Oh,
in
right.
order for part of that quest to happen, you have to go to where he lives and then take a mask.
No.
And he's, like, super shaken up about it because someone found his home. And
thought
then
that was you.
you come back and he finds out, oh, it was you.
I thought that was you stealing Kaine's flower at his house, where you did
No,
that.
the flower is in the mall.
Yeah, but I thought that was the collectible version of it, though. I thought the wearable version of it was at his house, and the collectible version was at the mall. I thought there were two flowers. I could be wrong. I'm probably
No,
wrong.
there's one.
Okay. Yeah, because there's one at the mall, and it's just sitting on some rubble. It's like, oh, cool. And then you go to his house, and there's a bunch of the flowers growing. And I thought you picked one from down there, and that was the one that you got to put in your hair. Anyways, yeah, Kaine is human, because her whole thing is that she can speak with the other human ghost things. And Emil is maybe human, because he was in a bubble his entire life, and lived in a mansion all by himself with his sister. That's another thing, Emil has a sister. Or had a sister.
Oh, I was gonna say had in quotes.
This must have been quite a city once upon a time. Too bad vegetation's claimed most of
Anyways,
it now.
also, when I was talking about plot dump the mansion, or plot dump the house, I was talking
Does
about
that
the
question have
building.
anything to do with our operation?
Not really. I just figured it might feel nice to have some good weather.
Feeling nice has no bearing on completing missions.
That is so like you to be. Anyway, talk to you later.
Man, it's so funny how early 2B is basically like, I must focus on the mission, only the mission. Then everyone is else like, oh, you're such a goober, you.
I saw people call her goobers because since everything is practically being recorded, they know she has emotions because she likes that to everyone except for 9S.
So in reality, there's some people at the bunker just being giddy and just watching 9S being awkward and quirky, trying to flirt with this with the battle android that he has a crush on. And they're just like watching him and like be adorable about it.
Okay, that's everything the
Watching the
supply
little
trader asked
twink
for.
trying to get the girl.
Man, these chores are a real pain in the butt, huh?
The Resistance is a valuable ally to Yorha. By helping them, we also help ourselves. So no,
Also,
I don't think they're a pain.
I'm probably gonna say
For the
something,
glory of-
I'm probably gonna say something a bit blasphemous. I hate 9S's side of the story and when playing as him specifically because he's just not as fun.
Well, you don't like having every single encounter be done by a hacking minigame where you shoot the thing.
Yeah, believe it or
little triangle.
Yeah, believe it or not, I like my hacking and slashing. I don't like my shooting and upping.
I also don't care for it, but you have to think that 9X, his sequence is not that long if you speedrun the story, because you can just do most of your collectible getting as 2B.
Yeah, Beck.
As what you've done it once. Or 2A. If you want to, you don't have to be 9S for very long.
That is until
So
Route
exactly-
C, where you, unless you ping pong between 2A and 9S, you're still gonna have to deal with them.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you can skip the B scenario for the most part if you're quick about it, leaving it only having to do C. most of the B scenario stuff, I'm pretty sure you can do in A, leaving you only having to do what you couldn't do in A for B, and then C is, of course, where you have to do it. Also, 9S's hacking is super powerful, so...
Well, yeah, it's really done. It's done like uber fast. The problem is, it's just that, well, it's one of the main ways to get XP from at least 9S's sections, because the fact that you hack one, it's an AOE, because it gets an explosion after, and it affects every other robot.
I thought it's also percentage based on certain enemies too, where it's like, oh, you only have to hack them 5 times, and their health bar is obliterated. Seeing their health in 20% chunks.
Yeah. Also, you know what I find funny?
Pick a color.
Gray.
I'm gonna repaint my regalia. That's boring. I guess I'm having a gray regalia then.
Well, what? Well, I mean, do what you want.
But you
know, let me talk about FF15's art style real quick. Man, not
I am going to make it a gray regalia.
Man, is it just me, or does the Kingsglaive have the better drip? If you wonder who the Kingsglaive are, they are the personal shields of the royalty, aka Noctis's and Ragis's bodyguards. And ooh boy, is their drip cool. And I'm pretty sure is the main inspiration for Expedition 33's character designs, because a lot of their outfits give me heavy Kingsglaive vibes. Like, they're very Kingsglaive, to my knowledge. Like, I can't not see that.
Wait, hold on. Are we talking about how the drip in Final Fantasy 15 is a mix of bad to peak?
No, I was saying that the Kingsglaive outfits in 15 are amazing, and how I'm pretty sure Expedition 33's outfits are inspired by the Kingsglaive.
Do I have? I'm not sure I even have Kingsglaive.
It's a movie.
Yeah, but I assumed since I had the DLC, I would get a movie reference outfit, so I was looking through my outfits.
Maybe. You know, since I brought up Stellar Blade earlier, you know what's funny is that when they said they were inspired by Nier, question, what do you consider inspired until it's just straight up copying? Like, what's the point when inspiration becomes copying or becoming a knockoff?
When you have 4 of the same plot beats, or 3 of the same plot beats in a row, and you hit the 4th one, and it's like, okay, you hit it again. You're just doing Resident Evil. You could do zombies in a police station, fine. But the instant you then have to get 4 separate keys, that opens up a clock tower final area where you then go down into the sewers, is okay, this is a copy of Resident Evil. Because you've hit the 3 big plot points. And if you want to add remake, you even have to hit the sewers. The 3rd final part would be adding in a pursuer character.
So,
if you're doing...
I was gonna say, so Stellar Blade, heavily inspired by Nier. It stole 3 plot points. 1, war with an unknown species. They're aliens, but in this case the aliens are still alive, and also you gotta fight robots as well. And there's a giant conspiracy involving the end of humanity and how it actually happened.
I can see... I think the aliens part might just be generic enough that it wouldn't count as a plot point that can even be stolen by anyone in the first place because no one owns the
But it's also the
thing
set.
to aliens. If you said
It's
if you said aliens in a post-apocalyptic world,
it
then
is a
yes,
post-apocalyptic
that can
world.
be. Okay, then that is more teetering on the edge. If you were just like, oh, aliens with a species that's already dead, humans are gone.
Yeah, humans are
Then
gone.
it's like, okay, that isn't necessarily copying Nier, but if you add like existential dread into it as well, and the robots start having existential nightmares, then you're hitting on Nier. Because it has to also be specific enough of a plot point for it to count.
Yeah,
You can't just do
it's
this is like Resident
teetering.
Evil because you're fighting zombies. Because you hit zombies and then you go to a sewer and then you find out the bad guy turns into a big boss enemy. And it's like, no, that isn't Resident Evil. That's just video games. It has to be more specific, like zombies in a police station, where you then find 4, whether it be color-coded or based symboled keys, that then you go to a sewer underneath the police station, then it's copying. Inspired would just be if, like, you have 2 plot points and then it branches off after the 3rd one, and it's like, okay.
Yeah,
Stellar
Blade's plot is you're, at least in the beginning, you're a part of a group that's fighting off this alien species, and most of your group gets destroyed except you. Then you're saved by this dude who I assume is a human, but it's not a human. The humans aren't humans in Stellar Blade. And then you're in this town that's made up of scraps, and then you're roaming through like a desert, a ruined city, a flooded area, and yeah. And then there's like a plot point involving a conspiracy within your group and how like there's something off about who you're working for and the whole thing. It's very much heavily inspired by Nier. It's heavily inspired, but it's just teetering on copying plot points beat for beat. The only reason it's not is because I said earlier that Stellar Blade's plot is a 70-30 mix, and 30%, and that 30% is the story. Most of the 70% is just gameplay. The devs said it themselves. They were intentionally going for a 70-30 split. They wanted to go full gameplay. I'm guessing it's because they wanted to test themselves because this was their first AAA game.
Blade.
Yeah. They essentially, I feel like they wanted to test themselves. What? Sorry.
Why'd you loop back?
For what I said?
Why did you loop back to Stellar Blade? I stepped away for a minute to get my supper.
Because of the fact that I was bringing up how a lot of I brought up the thing of how much is something heavily inspired until it's just straight up copying. Like, how much can you say you're inspired by up until until you just start straight up just copying plot points beat for beat, or like levels and like gameplay elements beat for beat? Like, there has to be like a specific limit, and I brought up Stellar Blade. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying that, and my answer for that was you get 3 in a row, and if the plot point is specific enough, after the 3rd one, it's like, oh, it's copying.